I broadcast Red Raider football for over 40 years as the voice of the Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. This year, we're glad that Red Raider football is back in Bamberg on WBSC-LP 102.3. And now, let's take you to the field and Trent Keinert.
And good afternoon, sports fans, Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raider fans. We are finally live on the air for tonight's contest between your 9-0 Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders as they get ready to face the Denmark Olar Vikings 7 miles away. Anthony Harley, I'm going to call him Cy tonight. Cy, how you doing, big dog?
Doing fine.
All right. I'll tell you what I have been some kind of excited about this week. Even though Denmark have been a little down this year, not that much. They are 3-1 in the region, lost to Allendale Fairfax, the only region matchup they've lost to. They beat Estill, they beat Bethune-Bowman, and they beat, that would be one more, Anthony, give it to me. Branchville, there you go. So they won those 3 games last week, beating Estill 6-0 right at the end of the game. Kind of was a shocker to me. How about you, Ant?
Yep, very well for me.
I'm going to tell you what, I had no idea that they would beat Estill. Estill looked really good. If you remember, Anthony, we were here during the region jamboree, and we did not get to see Estill nor Denmark, but then we saw Estill later in the year on film.
Right.
And they looked pretty doggone decent, and then all of a sudden, Denmark upsets them. So you tell me how the world of football acts sometime. I'll get you right now. This series started back in 1965. Once we combined and we became Bamberg Ehrhardt, and Denmark became Denmark Ola. We have met 43 times since 1965. All time, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders are 32-11 against the Vikings. Most points scored in the series by the Red Raiders, 51 back in 2007, which they won 51-12. Denmark Ola, most points they've scored, Anthony, in the series is 42, and that was way, give me another way.
Back.
Yep, in 1978. Red Raiders lost to the Vikings that year, 42-15. We did meet back in the day, Anthony, when we were just plain old Bamberg. Ehrhardt was Ehrhardt, Denmark was Denmark, and Ola was Ola. But when we were Bamberg versus Denmark, that series started in 1950. We met 4 times, and your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders, 3-1. Bamberg. I don't even know. I guess we were Red Raiders back then. I'm not even sure, Anthony.
I think it was Raiders.
Raiders. Okay, we were 3-1 way back then. And Denmark only scored in that series 1 time. 4-game series, only scored 1 time, and that was back in 1952 when they won 19-0. So that's a little history lesson for you about tonight's game. Tonight's series with the Denmark Ola Vikings. Speaking of the Vikings, I got to meet with Denmark Ola head coach
Paris Mason
earlier tonight, and Paris had something to tell us. And what was that, Mr. Bob? Throw it back to you to let's see that interview. We're standing out here pregame with Coach Mason from the Denmark Ola Vikings. Coach Mason, how you doing, bud?
Doing real good.
Good, Coach. I tell you what, had a good season so far, 3-1 in region. Tell us what's been the success this year and in recent years. What have you done to turn your team around?
Well, the good thing is I didn't have a lot of seniors last year, and we just kind of built on from last year, and the kids worked real hard in the weight room, and they, pretty much come together. So we kind of, hopefully, we crossing our fingers, we're trying to gel at the right time right now.
Against Allendale Fairfax, I think it was 20-12, maybe the final. You played them real tough throughout the game. At the end, you fell short. But how did you feel about that game with your kids, and how can you use that as a springboard into tonight's game against the Red Raiders?
Final score was, I think, like 21-10. But we were 10-6 ahead, in the 4th quarter, and my kids played extremely well. Played extremely well. We really never did let up at any time. They just got away and made a play or two, and they scored a couple more times than we did. But I couldn't be disappointed. The good thing is the kids weren't disappointed. They knew that they played well. They just kind of let them off the hook at the end. But it is what it is.
Playing the number 1 team in the region this week, Bamberg Ehrhardt, number 1 team in the state, in some polls, and some they're number 2. How do you deal with your kids wanting to be a little bit too jacked up, too fired up for a big game like this? What do you tell them coming into a game against a big team? Obviously, everybody wants to knock off the big dogs. What do you tell them?
We gotta play it like any other game. I think that's the best thing to do. I think if if you make stuff too big, then kids you're right, they get too excited about stuff and too jacked up, and they don't play real well. So I've just been kind of trying to be who I am and be kind of low key and kind of patient about stuff and trying to get them to do the same thing. So, just treat it like every other game.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight. Not too much, but good luck. All right.
Well, I appreciate it.
Coach Mason, I tell you what, a very fine young man there, Anthony. Really I'm impressed talking to him. He went on after the interview and was saying how he had a deep respect for the Red Raiders. He said that, of course, he was at Blackville Hilda, I believe, right?
Right.
Yeah, he was at Blackville Hilda, and he said he knew a lot about the Red Raiders, and he really respected the program and the type of kids we have on our team, and that's who he's trying to emulate, and he wants to get the Olar Vikings to that level pretty soon, he said. Looking across the way, Anthony, not many Viking fans here. I mean, I'm kind of shocked with it only being 7 miles away, and if they like Allen, they may come late. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, they probably I believe they had a long line outside when I came in earlier.
Oh, okay. So we do have a long line at the ticket booth. Looking back there now, Anthony over the side there, looks like there is a big long line. So I think it'll pick up a lot of cars if you look out the way coming in, steady pouring in. So we should get that here in a moment. Now what we do have is we can now, if you will, Coach Head, we're trying to figure out a difficulty, so we're dropping a little bit. We're going to try to switch the phones, Bob, while you got that. So we're going to hang up the Skype, and we're going to come back to you with another phone here in just a moment. So if you'll go ahead, Mr. Bob, and run the interview. All right, everybody, we switched phones. Hopefully that's done a little better for you, and you can pick us up more clearly here over at Leon Maxwell Stadium in Bamberg, South Carolina. That's where we're coming from tonight. Anthony, that was kind of a quick switch over there, wasn't it?
Very quick.
Woo, we did it, though. Hey, we're back. We didn't miss a beat, hopefully. And hopefully at home you were able to hear Coach Crosby. Talking to him all week long, he and I, conversate, Anthony, much during the week. I mean, we'll talk on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We talk a bunch. I don't know. He seemed a little nervous about tonight. I think he knew that they probably, were man-to-man better. But when you're 9-0, I guess every game becomes that much more of a pressure cooker, if you will.
Everybody want to knock you off.
And he understands that. And looking over at the Olar kids, if you will, with me, Anthony, you got a big young man right there in the front. He is a huge young stump.
Got two of them. Must be twins.
Must be twins, but they are both about 5'2", about 5'20", no, about 245, 270, maybe more than that, but they are short and stumpy. They got a big tall guy in their back, and he's supposed to be the big go-to receiver, right, Anthony?
Yeah.
I'm not sure of the number yet. I don't see it, but we do have a roster, and we'll get that to you. Also, we hope Mr. Bob Clary's listening to us tonight. I know that I think he's getting ready to move up the road there for a little while, Anthony, and we sure are going to miss him here in Bamberg, South Carolina. Done so many great things. I was thinking about him earlier today. If you will, Bob, if you remember, he did the I don't remember what it was. Remember how they collected money for local charities, and if you didn't do right, they'd put you on the Tightwad Club.
Yeah, right.
I can't recall the name of it, but I'll get it here for long. But anyway, he did a lot of great things for this community, and it was great men like him and women that made us all who we are today, Anthony. Looking up to your mother's another one. I've said that before, but your mother's always been, special to me, and it was people like that took the time to talk to us as children that made us who we are today, and I thank each and every one of you. I will say right now that we got a couple listening to us at home tonight, Anthony, that are under the weather. Mr. Harold McDonald, Lindsay come by and told me that you and your wife would be listening to us on the radio. I hadn't seen her yet, so I'm assuming she's home with you. But we want to say that we hope you get to feeling better quickly. Our good buddy, Old Charm Wetzel, hope you're all right and everything's going good. Also, Mr. Billy Drawdy. Mr. Billy's a good old friend of mine. He was on the fire department for years with my father, and I always like to hang out with Mr. Billy up at the fire department. Virginia Kemp, Miss Virginia, I don't know if you're here. I'm trying to look down the way to see if you're in the golf cart, but I'm not sure if you're down there or not. But all y'all and many, many more, I hope you listen at home. I know Jimmy Connick, my father's listening at the house tonight. He was going to sit around and listen to the game, and I hope you enjoy it as well, Dad. Right now, we're going out, Anthony, Bamberg Red Raiders, and the visitors from Olar getting to midfield, getting ready to take the coin toss. We're going to see what happens here.
All right, taking the toss for the Raiders is number 1, Garrett Swarton, number 60, Drew Wilson, and number 6, Cal Gagem.
Big Cal Gagem in the house. All right.
Tonight is senior night for the Red Raiders, so we got all the seniors on the field.
Yep, I tell you, Anthony, we'll go through them here real quick. Watch the toss there for me. We've got number 54 for the Red Raiders. He's a senior. That is Javarius Taylor. Tyler, my bad. My eyeglasses. Number 56, Mervin Ford. Number 28, DeAndre Ori. Number 4, Keyshawn Orr. Number 50, do we know who that is, Anthony? Keyshawn Brown. Number 51, now I'm not sure of that name, but I'm going to let you announce it.
Jordan Harley.
That's Anthony's son, Jordan Harley, a senior this year. Number 41, Davis Stembridge. Davis is a kicker, backup kicker for the Red Raiders. And I tell you, Anthony, you hear the crowd cheering. The Red Raiders are now coming over from our right to left on your radio dial. They're coming into the stadium, rubbing the rock as they go back the Eric Bamberg rock. Eric was a resource officer here at Bamberg that passed away. And here we go. What do you got, Anthony?
Bamberg won the toss, and they received the kickoff on the second half.
They deferred to the second half, so that means that they will kick off, and we will be on defense first. Red Raiders, I tell you, Anthony, pregame, if you were out there watching, they got fired up there a couple times. They were where they do their regular walkthrough. They were jumping up. They were pretty fired up. The crowd is some kind of fired up. It's been about 2 weeks we've been on the road. We were on the road to Estill and on the road to Branchville, and we're finally back to where we belong, Leon Maxwell Stadium.
So we could be ready tonight.
Some of your sponsors for tonight, and we'd like to thank them all. Vaughn Electronics, Steve Chandler at Chandler Law Firm, Chris Jennings, Little Howie's Big Chick, the Advertiser Herald newspaper, Tony Bledsoe at Fry's Drive-In Restaurant, Rick Pinson at the Pinson Insurance Agency, Dr. McElhaney at the Bamberg Family Practice, the Bamberg Board of Public Works, Richard Kemp at Farm Bureau, Keep Bamberg County Beautiful, Tagadoo's Unique Gifts, Wilson and Luganville Law Firm, Eddie Sanders over at Hires Drugs, Ness and Jet LLC, Bo Griffin Home Federal Savings and Loan, Nancy Foster at Foster & Company, Sweets Discount Tires and Complete Auto Repair, Southern Carolina Alliance, South State Bank, Major Graphics LLC, and the University of South Carolina, Salkehatchie. All right, Red Raiders now break out, and they are ready to go. Anthony the Dragon leading the way. He's got his big BE flag. The team is jumping up and down, and it looks like they're ready.
They are ready to play some football.
Not much fanfare, Anthony, when Denmark came out. They just kind of moseyed across the field. They may know what's coming.
Yeah, I believe they do.
An Alabama beatdown. Is that what you think?
No comment.
No comment right yet, he said, but I'm telling you, they might be about to get the old school spanking. That's what we're hoping here at WBSC 102.3. I'm Trent Kynard, along with my good friend, Mr. Anthony Cy Harley, and we are getting ready for Red Raider football as Denmark Ola has already taken the field, and your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders are getting ready to kick this thing off and get this show started. Where we go? We have to change this thing up because Denmark's on the wrong side. Anthony, that's not a good sign to start the ball game, is it?
Yeah, no, that's not good.
I think they went on. They thought they were getting kicked back to the scoreboard side, but the ref said, "No way, you got to go the other way." So that's what they're going to do here, early in a hurry. Crowd looking pretty good for the Red Raiders. Anthony, looking to my left, got a pretty good crowd. Looking to my right, got a good crowd. We got crowds standing up by the concession stands. It is just a crowd, Anthony.
That's right. We got class of '85, I believe, back there.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, they were having a good old tailgate, wasn't it?
That's right.
So if you're still back there, class of '85, know that we are proud of you, and we're glad that you come back to spend the evening with your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. Big contest, Anthony. Red Raiders win this game. They clinch the Region 5 championship. They will be your Region 5 champions, and if they can win this game, we'll get next week off, because the playoffs, the way the South Carolina High School League's got it, and we'll talk about that later. But then they'll move to the next week, being at home. And home field advantage throughout is a big key between the hedges here at Bamberg Ehrhardt High School. All right, Blaze Bunch set to kick. There's the kick. Looks like it may go around the 30. That's where he picks it up. And he's going no more than the 30. He gets up to about the 32, maybe 33. We'll see where they mark it. But he didn't want no more of that hit. Coming up on that hit, Anthony, was number 32 for the Red Raiders.
32 and number 24, Josh Singleton.
And Raekwon Jones. So great job there, Mr. Jones. Proud of you. And also to you, Mr. Singleton. All right, Red Raiders come out on defense. Vikings come out on offense. Quarterbacking for the Vikings. We'll find out right here in a second.
Rico Pollard, number 1.
Ooh, big Rico. Rico Suave. He can throw the ball, folks. You better get ready. Hold on to your seats, because if they can start completing a lot of passes, this could get interesting. But we're going to put the pressure to them. Coming out in the wishbone to start with. Quarterback takes a snap. Gives it over the right side to number 11. That's Travis Smalls. He's going to gain 1. Maybe 2 they're going to give him, Anthony. And that'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Vikings. In on the tackle, Anthony, look like number 11. That's Jack McDonald. And who else is with him? I saw a 68 or something.
Yeah, Jacoby Brown.
Big Jacoby, all right. I tell you, last week, Anthony, going back and watching the film, folks, and it's hard to tell when you're broadcasting a game live. I went back and watched the film. That nose guard for Branchville had nightmares after that game.
Oh, yeah.
He was getting smoked all night long by Big Jacoby Brown. All right, here's the quarterback, and there's the movement too early. That's going to be a flag. The running back for Denmark Ola, number 5, that is Ozente Fields. Left a little early. That's all right. But that's going to back it up 5. That'll bring up 2nd and about 13 for the Denmark Ola Vikings.
If they count it off right.
If they do it right. That's right. Sometime, boy, I tell you, this has been an interesting year. First year we broadcast, Anthony, but some of this officiating, whew, I'm telling you, they skipped the math portion. They skipped the math portion of school, I promise. All right, there's a handoff over the left side. Tries to get some running room. Does. He gets it up to the 34-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 7, we'll call it 8 yards, Anthony.
Yeah, I believe that was about a 5-yard run.
That was a pretty good run there by the Vikings. Yes, sir, it was. And I didn't see the number on that kid. Their jerseys are white. They've got faded numbers. I'd say that's dark blue pants, dark blue helmet, blue face mask. Yellow face mask, royal blue. There you go. All right, back into formation. Pitches to the left side. Number 3, LaDamian Dunbar tries to get it outside. He'll gain a couple, but not enough. Brings up 4th down as he's up to the 40-yard line of the Vikings. Brings up 4th and a long 2. We'll call it 3, Anthony.
Yeah, that's about 3.
See what he does with this one. All right, Vikings look like they're set to punt, and the quarterback, number 1, Rico Suave Parlor, is back to kick for the Vikings. How many times he got that, though? Rico Suave.
Plenty.
Well, plenty, hadn't he? His name is really Rico Parlor.
I don't believe had enough players on the field, Trent.
Nope, they got one trying to run in right now, but he's going to be a few minutes late. I guess he didn't get his invitation to the party, but now he's set and he's ready to go. Back to receive for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders, number 5, Savalas Can. And Kent, that's Orr with him. All right, Can's going to be able to return this one. Nope, it's going to go out of bounds, folks, about the 20-yard line. 20-yard line.
Exactly on the 20.
Yep, and that's where your Red Raiders will start in their first possession at the 20-yard line with 9:43 remaining here in the first quarter. They're at their own 20, and they'll bring up 1st and 10. Red Raider football action tonight's being brought to you in part by Deet Vaughn and the staff at Vaughn Electronics, your Radio Shack dealer in Bamberg since 1977. Vaughn Electronics is located on 2649 Main Highway in Bamberg and is here to stay. In at quarterback, it's going to be number 5, Savalas Can. He'll hand it over to the right side to Dunbar. Dunbar's going to get 1, maybe 2 at the most. Anthony, that was a hard run. Good job by the Denmark Ola defense. And again, we've talked about it for 9 straight games. It's the 10th, Anthony. We have got to learn to start early, and hopefully it'll be on this drive.
Trent, I believe this game you see a lot of passing.
I think you will eventually once they start filling each other out. Savalas Can still in at quarterback with him as Dunbar and Orr. Orr's going to get it over the left side, and he's going to lose yards. Great job there by the Vikings. He's going to lose maybe a yard. We'll call it a yard and a half.
About a yard.
Yeah, about a yard and a half. Brings up 3rd and 10 and a half. 10 and a quarter, 10 and 3 inches. I don't know what you call it.
Either one.
Either one. That'll work. All right. So it's 3rd down now for the Red Raiders. Not looking too spiffy up front, Anthony. I don't know what's going on early.
Man, nobody's blocking.
Got to learn to block here. All right, dropping back to passes. Can looks, tucks it, runs. He's at the 20, finally up to the 25, still on his feet, to the 30, 1st down, 35, still on his feet, finally pushed out of bounds at around the 40-yard line, and that is a Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raider 1st down. That 1st down tonight is brought to you by South State Bank.
All right, then hurry up offense.
All right, 40-yard line, you were right. Red Raiders are in a hurry to get back to the line of scrimmage. Denmark Ola still not in position. Go ahead and snap this thing. They're walking around, folks, and we're looking to the sideline. Slowed it down. Savalas Can still in at quarterback. Can hands over the right side of Dunbar. He cuts it back to the left side. Not much running room, but it's not bad. He's going to gain about 4. Yeah, about 4 or 5 on the carry. Let's see what they mark it. Yep, marking it right at the 45-yard line. He'll pick up 5. That'll bring up 2nd and 5 for your Red Raiders. If you're just joining us, 8:22 remaining here in the first quarter. The score, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders, nothing. The Denmark Ola Vikings, nothing. All right, Ken, come on, big dog. All right, hands over the right side again to Dunbar. Dunbar has running room. 50, 45, 40. Oh, he slipped down at around the 44-yard line. Make that the 34-yard line. That's what I was trying to say. Around the 34-yard line, and that's where he's down. But it's a first down. Red Raiders in a hurry again. I was counting the wrong way there.
Yeah.
There's a snap. Give up the middle this time to Orr. Orr has running room. He's inside the 20 and finally brought down at 19. That is another Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raider first down. That first down brought to you by Eddie Sanders at Hires Drugs.
All right, they're running again, Trent.
Yeah, we're in a hurry, and that's what we needed to do now. After the, it's going to be a timeout by the Red Raiders. Let's see. I think they pointed the wrong way on that. I surely do.
Yeah, I believe they pointed the wrong way.
Let's see who called that timeout. I don't think it's Bamberg. Okay, he's pointing the wrong way. A timeout, Denmark Olar Vikings. That'll be their first of the first half with 7:48 remaining here in the first quarter. Your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders on a drive. Denmark Olar nothing to score. Nothing. Red Raiders will have it first and 10 from the Vikings 20-yard line.
Trent, how slow they moving? They'll be out on timeout the first quarter.
I'm telling you, the play-by-play action of tonight's football game is being brought to you in part by Steve Chandler and the fine folks who serve you at the Chandler Law Firm, 2954 Main Highway in Bamberg. The Chandler Law Firm specializes in family, personal injury, and criminal law. That's the Chandler Law Firm, now located directly across from the Bamberg County Courthouse at 2954 Main Highway in downtown Bamberg. All right, look to see the Red Raiders may throw it this time, Anthony. We've got two split to the left, two backs in the backfield, and Ken at quarterback.
Watch the tight end, Trent. Watch the tight end.
Yeah, who's in there right now? Tight end. Who is that?
Gagem.
Gagem? All right, Cole Gagem in.
Cal,
I meant. Handoff's going to go up the middle. It's going to be to Dunbar. Dunbar still on his feet, and he gets it down almost to the 10, just outside at the 11-yard line. Red Raiders again hurrying up to the line. This is going to be a quick pace from the start, folks, so bear with me. Know I'm talking fast, but you got to stay tuned because we are moving the football. Here we go. Quarterback Can takes a snap, gives it over the left side this time to Orr. Orr's going to gain 1 or 2, be close to the first down. Let's see if they give it to him, Anthony. I think they're going to mark it right at the 10.
Right.
And if that's the case, the football will be over the first down marker, and I think it'll be first and goal, actually, for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders, and it is. That first down is being brought to you by Little Howie's Big Chick in Bamberg. All right, Red Raiders slow it down just a tad bit right here. No huddle for sure. Orr and Dunbar in the backfield. Can takes a snap. Gives it to Dunbar. Dunbar tries that same thing to cut it back left, but that was a great tackle that time by number 20, Anthony.
That was number 30.
Oh, number 30. Okay, the number's hard to see. That is Patrick Wright. Here you go. You can call it defense for us. Anthony's going to keep up with the defense for Denmark and Bamberg as we go along, the ones I can't see, and we'll go that route. All right, second and goal now for your Red Raiders. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line. Takes a snap. Gives it again. That was to a Gagem. Yep, Gagem over the left side. Number 9, that is Cole Gagem.
That's Cole Gagem.
He's going to gain 1.5 maybe. What's up, bud? Still, third and goal. Ball spotted right at the 8-yard line, we'll call it, Anthony. 3rd and 8, 3rd and goal for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders.
I think you see a pass this time, Trent. I've been calling it all night.
All right, look for Swarting maybe to come across. Yep, here we go. Takes a snap. Fakes, cross buck, gives it to Orr, and Orr's in the end zone. Let's see. Touchdown, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders lead it 6-0 here in the first quarter over the Denmark Olar Vikings with 6 minutes and 1 second left here to play.
But that cross buck work every time.
Oh, that was sweet. I tell you what, the whole defense goes one way, the ball goes the other. It's almost like a magician. Now you see me, now you don't. That's Stembridge in to kick this extra point, folks. Number 41, David Stembridge. There's the snap. There is the kick. It is up, and it is no good to the left. All right, so he's a senior, got a shot right there. That's okay, buddy. Good try. Proud of you no matter. With 6:01 remaining here in the first quarter. The score, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 6, the Denmark Olar Vikings 0. Chris Jennings and all the employees who serve you at Little Howie's Burgers and Chicks hope that you are enjoying tonight's Red Raider broadcast. Little Howie's, also known to many in our area as the Big Chick, has burgers, fried chicken, and seafood, and all you can, and you can eat in or carry out. That's Little Howie's Burgers and Chick, 2234 Main Highway, which is 301 North in Bamberg. Your local hometown newspaper, the Advertiser-Herald, is proud to be bringing you in part all the exciting action tonight of the Red Raider football game on WBSC Radio. The Advertiser-Herald is Bamberg County's best friend. Every issue has your hometown news, sports, and features. All right, here we go, Anthony. Red Raiders now getting ready to kick off after that touchdown run by, who was that, Anthony?
Keyshawn Orr.
Keyshawn Orr, there we go.
Number 4.
Got it from 8 yards out with 6:01 remaining. There's the kickoff. It's going to be fielded around the 22-yard line of the Vikings, and that's where they'll down it, and that's where they'll start on their own 22 here in the first quarter.
Making a great tackle on the play was number 21, Gerald Manigault.
Anthony, a lot of trash talk this week between the Denmark-Olar Viking fans and the Bamberg fans. Not bad, just picking. We go come over there and win. You're going to win. Somebody said they're going to have a 7-mile train coming to Bamberg. I talked to somebody prior to the game, and they said that's going to be a long way to back up that train, so let's hope they're right. Let's hope they're right. All right, there's the give over the left side. He's going to be brought down, hit immediately.
By number 11, Jack McDonough, along with number 55, Rasheen Dickerson.
That was Alejandro Serrano on the run there, Anthony. Serrano with a J. Second down, he actually gained the yard they gave him, Anthony. I couldn't believe it. 2nd and 9. He got hit immediately. I don't know how he gained the yard, but I'm sure they'll take it.
They go throw the ball this time, bro.
Yep, Red Raiders look like they're in a man coverage. Quarterback fakes to give, tries to go to the left side, and guess where he's going? Straight to the dirt. Who was that on that tackle,
Number
Anthony?
24, Josh Singer, along with number 11, Jack McDonald.
Jack McDonald is fired up, must be, Anthony.
On every play.
I sent that young man to get me a Coca-Cola about an hour and a half ago, give him $3. He might have went to Mexico with my money.
He went to Denmark.
He went to Denmark with my money? We're going to have to find out about it. I just realized that I ain't got nothing to drink up here. 3rd and 8 now for the Vikings. With 4:48 remaining. Again, the score, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 6, Denmark-Olar Vikings nothing. They've got the ball 3rd and 8. Ball spotted right at their own 24-yard line. Quarterback drops back. This time we're going to see a throw. Throws it in the ground, nowhere near his receiver. About 2 yards in front of him. That was intended for number 9, Trajan Robinson. But it's incomplete, and that brings up another punt for the Denmark-Olar Vikings.
Putting pressure on the quarterback that time was number 17, Dejan Bamberg.
I tell you, Anthony, if the Vikings have watched any game film all year long, kicking this ball to either number 2, Jamari Dunbar, or number 4, Keyshawn Orr might not be smart.
Or number 5.
Yep. Let's see what they do here. I tell you what, they are having a time on special teams. They have been running people in and out.
They can't count to 11.
I don't know. It might be the problem, but they can't get it in. That's for sure. All right, waiting on the snap. There's the snap. There's the kick. It's a high end kick. Going to be received at about the 42-yard line. He's going to get to the 50. What a block. Oh, come on, 40. And he's going to finally be brought down at 38-yard line. A clean, purely clean hit right there. Draws a flag from the officials here. I'll tell you what, Anthony, I thought about that thing. I guess they call so many bad 1A games, they don't see when people, they don't see much hitting unless you come to Bamberg, or they don't see correct blocking, and then they come and they give us a call like that each and every week. We've done 10 games, folks, and for the 10th straight week, we've got a call just like that.
It's the same one.
Folks, don't forget, you can always go to www.youtube.com and watch us again, watch a replay, and you can see what I'm talking about, and it won't take long. Get to about the 4:22 mark in the first quarter, and you can see the legal hit that was called for a block in the back and hits him straight up and cut him up, and he called it. Well, anyway, we're going to start now at about the 42-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. There's the snap. Fakes to give, looks to throw, has a man, throws it. It bounces off the hand of number 1, Garrett Swarting, at about the 35-yard line, and could have been caught there, Anthony.
By DeAndre Orr.
Number 28. I mean, he had a chance. He stopped to try to make sure that, with the catch, he thought that Swarting had it, but had he kept running, that ball would have bounced directly in his hand for a touchdown. But instead, incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. Again, the ball spotted at around the 43-yard line of the Red Raiders. There's the snap. Fakes the give. Crossbuck again. Gives it over to the left side. Orr's going to gain maybe 2 on the carry. He's going to get up to the 45-yard line. We're down to bring up 3rd and 8 for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders.
Hurry up offense again.
Yep, still trying to make this thing go. We need to score every single time we touch the ball, Anthony.
Right.
2 receivers to the left. 2 backs in the backfield. Number 4, Keyshawn Orr, and number 2, Jamari Dunbar. There's a snap. Gives it to Dunbar. Goes over the right side. He's close to a first down. I think he may have it depending on the spot, Anthony, as he gets all the way up to about the 46-yard line of the Vikings.
He got it.
Yep, first down, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. Nice job. Anthony, we're seeing something out of Dunbar that we've been waiting for forever. We saw spurts of it, but tonight he is actually running hard. Give it back to Dunbar, straight up the middle. I tell you, he hurdles a man. He gets all the way to about the 42-yard line on that carry. Gain of about 4 brings up 2nd and 6. Red Raiders going in a hurry, folks. If you're sitting at home wondering what we're doing, we are moving this football. Bam, bam, bam. You better be ready, Denmark. Ball's whistled into play. Waiting on the snap. Gets the snap. Fakes the give. Gives it over the left side this time to Gagem.
Gagem goes for about 3 yards.
No, Gagem's going to actually lose a couple yards on that one, Anthony.
Sure enough,
going to lose yards. So he's going to be back to about the 46.5. We call it the 47. That'll bring up close to 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 for the Raiders. Got a man down. That was Gagem. He's going to have to come out for a play, and going in for him will be number 30. Had been on JV before, not long ago, Keyshawn Brown. So big Keyshawn getting his moment to shine against the Denmark Olar Vikings. His first time ever seeing action against the in-county rival.
That's right.
And now he's coming back out, and now going back in is number 4, Keyshawn Orr. All right, we'll get to him 1 second. Let's run this play. All right, we got a new visitor up here with us, Anthony. Big Alex Boykin. I believe that who is. Let's see. Over the left side goes Orr. Orr's going to gain a few, but not enough. He gets up to about the 30. See what he's spotting.
40.
I'll tell you what, he was way inside the 40 when he first made the initial contact, but the 40 is where they're going to spot it. 4th down and about 4 for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. All right, got Mr. Boykin with us here. Alex Boykin from Bamberg, South Carolina. Alex, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good, Trent. How are you?
Good. What do you think about the game thus far?
I think we're looking good. I like some of the schemes they're doing running the ball. That was I'm really glad to see Savalas go for a pass like that. It was just a little unfortunate. I feel like the defender was draped over Mr. Schwarting's back, but I hope we go after him again in the air.
All right, 4th and 5, and the Red Raiders hard count gets them to jump. Let's see if the Red Raiders moved. I don't think they did. I think that was all Denmark Olar, and it was. It's going to be close to a first down. Let's see what they give us. They're going to give us a first. Let's see. Yep, first down. Your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. Ball spotted now at the 35-yard line. Let's see what this play is. We'll get back to you, Mr. Alex. Waiting on the snap as Savalas can. 2 backs in the backfield. There's the snap. Gives it a right side to Dunbar. Dunbar has some running room. Gets up to the 30. Finally brought down right at the 30. Gain of 5.
How many teams do you know that wouldn't take 5-6 yards every snap?
Ooh, I'll take it. I'm telling you what, and that's something you're seeing. At the beginning, I got a little worried again. It looked like we were kind of struggling offensive line-wise, trying to get out on the Vikings, but quickly looks like we're taking control of this ball game as you got 2nd and 5 with about 1:27 left here in the first quarter. Denmark looks overmatched. I mean, they look athletic, but they don't look as strong as the Red Raiders thus far. Here's a snap. The high snap. Can takes it and keeps it. He's going to get right back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5 now for your Red Raiders. This year, Alex, you've been to just about every game. I see at all the games pretty much. What do you think about the Red Raiders and our chances as we head to the state playoffs and hopefully to the championship?
I think our chances are great. I think we've got a good shot to compete with anybody in this division, but last year we saw a team that arguably had a more diversified playbook than we did.
Yep.
So I'd really like to see us add a little more spice to our playbook, add a little more mystery to it. And we can do it. We've got the players to do it. We've got the athletes to do it. I think that will be the difference between runner-up and champion, if you ask me.
Can keeps it again, folks, on 3rd and 5, and he's got 5 and much more as he's finally brought down at about the 17-yard line of the Vikings. And that's another Red Raider first down. That first down is being brought to you by Fry's Drive-In Restaurant. All right, Alex, any last words for the fans listening?
Nope, it's good to see everybody out here. I'm glad to be part of it. I think we got a great shot this year. And Trent, you do a good job on the radio. You and Anthony both. It's a great program. We're lucky to have you guys.
Thank you. You're the man. I appreciate you stopping by, bud.
Absolutely.
All right, on that first down carry, that was number – was that Jamari? Or, excuse me, that was number 4, Keyshawn Orr over the left side, and he goes down to about the 10-yard line. Gain of 8, Anthony, on that first down run, and woo, that was a heck of a run.
That was a great run.
We right now getting ready to snap it again. He snaps it, gets it off before the quarter ends, and he's on his feet. That's number 5, Savalas. Ball comes out right at the goal line, and I believe it's Denmark Ola football.
I believe Denmark recovered.
Just outside of the goal line, and it is. Let's see what he does. No signal yet.
Yes, Denmark recovered.
There we go. Denmark Ola football, and they are excited as they let off a big horn over there, which is illegal to have any kind of electronic devices that make any kind of noises like that at the game, so somebody needs to go tell them to cut that off. But nothing to matter. Here we go. It's first down for the Denmark Ola Vikings as the Red Raiders fumble at about the,
one.
I wouldn't even call it the 1. Let's see, they're talking about whether or not it's a touchback, moving it to the 20. And that is a, let's see, I'm not sure they're going to do it because that was the end of the quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, we'll let you know what's going on when we get back. The end of the first quarter, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 6, the visitors from Denmark Ola, nothing. Tony Bledsoe and all the fine folks are proud to bring you tonight's football game, Red Raider action. Fry's is now open on Monday and Thursday nights from 5 to 7 for pickup dinner. More information is available. Call 245-4540 from 11 to 2 and 707-3198 anytime. That's Fry's Drive-In Restaurant at Bamberg Tradition under the red roof, Highway 301 North in Bamberg. Rick Pinson and his staff at Pinson Insurance Agency are proud to be a part of tonight's exciting Red Raider football game on WBSC Radio. The Pinson Agency can provide you with insurance for your auto, your home, your life. The Pinson Insurance Agency is located at 332 Lacey Street in Bamberg, across the road from the Highway Department License Sales Office. That's Rick Pinson Insurance Agency, 332 Lacey Street in Bamberg.
They moved the ball to the 20.
They moved it to the 20, and I disagree with that. They're saying there's a touchback, and I'm watching Butch. Butch not happy with that as he tells them. I mean, I'm the same way. The ball came out at about the 1 yard line, inside the 1. The ball came out, bounces down outside the end zone. Denmark Ola drops on it right outside the end zone, and they mark it back. We'll watch that again. Don't forget, go to youtube.com. You can see a replay. There's a snap for Denmark on the first play of the second quarter. Tries to run it over the right side. Gets nowhere. It's a no gain. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Leading the tackle for Bamberg was number 68, Jacoby Brown, along with number 8, Kenneth McMillan.
I'd love to talk to him at halftime, Anthony, and find out what was the thought process on bringing that ball out. Obviously, and the reason we could tell is there's a big giant G right there. Obviously, for the goal, goal line.
Right.
And the ball was laying on that G. So there's no way it could be in the end zone because the G is just right outside the end zone. But, again, we're all right, folks. Stay settled at home. All right, waiting on the snap. Second down. Takes it. Pitches it to the left. Tries to run it over the left. Has a little running room. But, wow, what a play there, Anthony. Who was that?
Number 5, Savalas Kane.
Savalas came up and made one heck of a tackle on the Denmark Ola Viking. That was number 5, Ortez Field. He tried to get over the left side. Thought he had some more running room than he did, Anthony, but he was brought down. That'll bring up 3rd and about 7, we'll call it, for the Vikings.
3rd and long. We call it 3rd and long.
3rd and long. Here we go. Tell you, Anthony, not very exciting thus far. Just kind of going through it, but we need to get on this end zone and get in there and hurry again. Quarterback drops back, looks to throw, has a man, throws it, turn his back. He hasn't turned yet, and that may be a flag, and it is. It's going to be face guard against number 7 for the Red Raiders, Jashawn Wilson. He never turned back and looked at the ball, and that's okay. I mean, that happens. But it's going to be obviously pass interference against your Red Raiders. Ball was thrown all the way out to the 40-yard line of the Vikings. Of the Raiders. We'll wait on the call here to see what happens, folks.
That's a spot foul.
No. Nope, that'll be 10.
It must be
15. Yeah, there you go. 15, so the ball's going to be placed at around the 38-yard line. 38-yard line, so instead of giving up the big touchdown, that's not bad, Anthony, because I'm telling you what, had he turned around the wrong way and he caught that, he was going to the races because there was nobody behind the Red Raiders there. Looking over at Coach Crosby, Baby Crosby, that is Corey, he has given him the fit.
It won't happen again.
Nope, wishbone formation. Quarterback drops back, looks to throw again. Has pressure, throws, has a man. Let's see what happens here. Great job there. Oh, come on. Wow. We're going to get a flag again, folks. Number 5, Savalas can. I don't know what you could call pass interference. Maybe offense for pushing off on Savalas. Savalas knocked the ball down, batted it straight to the ground with his hand. I don't see what he could call here. Let's see.
Once you bat the ball, it's not pass interference.
Pass interference against the Red Raiders. That's number 5, Savalas can. I did not see that. I mean, he knocked the ball down. Then they fell against each other, but there was no way he could catch that. But it is what it is. Ball now spotted at the Red Raiders' 48-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Well, Anthony, they're going to get calls like that all night. All Denmark's got to do is just keep throwing it up in the air and hoping for the best.
Yeah, that's be what, 11 plus 4.
Yep.
14, 15.
Yep. So, 48-yard line of your Red Raiders. Denmark Ola moving on the move. Both moves coming by way of penalties by the Red Raiders. Pass interference. Wishbone formation. Quarterback drops back to throw. Looks to throw and does. This time he overthrows him. All right, I saw something come out, but it was a hat because he went out of bounds. Yeah, he went out of bounds, so that's what his hat came off for, folks. But incomplete pass. Ball's going to still be spotted at the Red Raiders' 48-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. Again, don't forget, folks, you can go to www.youtube, that's youtube.com, and replay all of tonight's action and all the games this year, along with the coaches show and other things that we have up. All you have to do is go in the search bar and type WBSC Radio, 2 words, WBSC Radio, and all the games and everything will pop up. Click on that, and you'll be glad you did, as you can watch a replay of tonight's game. And we thank you, a special thanks to Robert Corlin for putting those on for us each week. All right, here we go. Quarterback gives it over to the left side, has no running room, slips 1 tackle, and he's going to finally gain about 2 on the carry, Anthony. Okay. I thought he got hit initially at the line of scrimmage, was able to break that and get up maybe 2 yards. Brings up 3rd and 8 for the Vikings.
Making the tackle for the Red Raiders, number 11, Jack McDonald.
All right, folks, you're just joining us with 10:04 left here in the second quarter. Your Red Raiders have a lead, 6-0. PAT was no good. The touchdown came from, that was number 4, Keyshawn Orr. He got a touchdown from about 8 yards out. PAT was no good.
WBSC-LP, Bamberg.
All right, 3rd down for the Denmark Ola Vikings, and I'm telling you, they're giving them all day. We just talked about all that, and they're finally running a player in. Let's see if they get a delay of game. It's got to be close. Clock steady moving. Clock down to 9:28. All right, quarterback drops back to pass. They finally get it off. He has a man open. And wow, I tell you what, if he'd have held on to that, that was a 1st down. He tried to catch it around the 35-yard line, juggled it a few times. Coming in was number 4, Keyshawn Orr. And he put his helmet right on him, and the ball popped out, so that's great for your Red Raiders. Let's see what the Vikings decide to do here. Best field position they've had all night inside of Red Raider territory, and it looks like they're going to punt. Tell you, Anthony, I know you want a field position game, but knowing that we hadn't moved it that much, I'm not sure I'd punt it here or not. I know it's early. We'll see. Look for the fake as well.
Yeah.
I think the Red Raiders thinking the same thing, as they only got 1 person back. That's number 2, Jamari Dunbar. Again, running somebody in late on the punt team, Anthony. They're coming for it, and they almost got it. Shanks it off the left side of his foot, and it goes out of bounds at the Red Raider 34-yard line. That's where they'll take over, 1st and 10. The play-by-play of tonight's Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raider football game on WBSC Radio is being presented in part by Dr. Danette McElhaney and the staff at the Bamberg Family Practice, 450 North Street in Bamberg. Bamberg Family Practice is open from 8 to 5 weekdays and specializes in family medicine. That's Dr. Danette McElhaney and the staff at Bamberg Family Practice, 450 North Street in Bamberg. Savalas can still in at quarterback. 3 receivers to the left. 1 back in the backfield, and that's who gets it.
Brown.
That's number 30, Raekwon Brown. He goes over the right side, and he's going to pick up maybe 4 on the carry, Anthony.
That's a good 4.
4 yards, so that brings up 2nd and 6 for the Red Raiders. A young man, 9th grader, nice run. Again, 1 back in the backfield. 3 split to the left. Hands it off to Brown again. Brown lowers his head, and he's still on his feet, dragging him all the way up near a 1st down, Anthony.
Very close to a 1st down. Very good run.
I tell you, that stable of backs that we have here at Bamberg Ehrhardt are something else. Again, 9th grader right now, Anthony, a former JV player, and he is a bull. He just drug half the Denmark-Ola team with him for another Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raider first down as the ball spotted at the Red Raiders 45-yard line. That first down brought to you by the Board of Public Works. Snap. Give again to Brown. Brown's over the left side. He's got room. He's inside the 50, down to the 40. Still on his feet. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. And he's going to finally be brought down at about the 9. A flag is out, and I think that's going to be a 15 yards face mask. It's going to be first and goal from the goal here. We'll see what happens. I don't know. He's pointing back toward the Red Raiders. Let's see. I don't see how.
Why he was out there by himself.
Might have called a block in the back, Anthony. There was 2 Red Raiders around him.
Face mask.
Oh, he got it? Okay, good. No, the only other thing could be a block in the back, but I didn't see it. Trying not to be a homer, but see what the call is. Red Raiders ready to go again, and the officials mulling around. And they finally going to mark it off against the Denmark-Ola Vikings, placing the ball at about the 5-yard line. First and goal for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. And that was a great run there by the young man, Anthony, number 30, Keyshawn Brown. I called him Raekwon. Keyshawn.
That's his brother.
Yep, I keep doing that. All right, gauge him over the right side. He's close to getting toward the end zone. Let's see if he gets in.
Touchdown.
And he does. That was number 9, Anthony, your buddy.
Touchdown, Cole Gagem.
Yep, Cole touchdown Gagem. So the Red Raiders are back in the end zone again, just that quick on 3 plays with 8:07 remaining here in the second quarter. The score now, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 12. The home team, the visitors from Denmark-Ola Vikings, nothing. Been on the road too much. Red Raiders now, looking to go for 2. Try to make this thing 14-0.
Got Canning at quarterback.
There's a snap. Can tries to take it on his own, and I think he's in. He's got to be. He's laying in the end zone, and it's good. So 2-point conversion is good with 8:07 left here in the first quarter. Your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 14-0. That's right. 2-point conversion makes it 14-0. Second quarter. What did I say? First?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. It's been one of them days.
That's
folks.
all right.
But we all know what we're saying. We're still winning 14-0.
That's
Second,
right.
third, fourth. We still on the radio. We still winning, and we are still happy here at WBSC. Just what we wanted to see, Big Ant. Not bad. Came out that drive, Anthony, looking like we were a team of destiny right there.
Trent, we got a camera guy down there on the field tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if that's WIS or not WS, WJBF. Yep. When the Friday Night Lights go on at Leon Maxwell Stadium, you can thank the Bamberg Board of Public Works for the ability to enjoy a football game at night. The Bamberg Board of Public Works is proud to be a part of tonight's Red Raider game on WBSC Radio. The Board of Public Works main office is located in the Bamberg City Hall building on Highway 301 North in Bamberg. All right. Blaze Bunch getting ready to kick it off for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. Ball spotted at their own 40-yard line as he prepares to kick. And the crowd came alive on that whole series right there, Anthony.
That's right.
Denmark-Ola Viking crowd picking up a little bit. Not much better, but a little bit, Anthony. Waiting on the kick. There's the kick. Oh, what a kick. Going at about the 2-yard line, and that's where he's going to try to return it. He's at the 10, 20, 22, 23. Let's see where they mark it. Probably around the 23-yard line, I'm thinking. Ooh, looks like it might be the 20. They're spotting it. Something else, Anthony.
Right at the 30.
No, he's right at the 21-yard line. But I thought he was way further than that, but we'll take it. And that's where Denmark will start tonight. First and 10, 8:02 remaining, second quarter. If you're just joining us, Bamberg Red Raiders just scored again. First score tonight was an 8-yard run by Keyshawn Orr, made it 6-0 with 6:01 left in the first quarter. PAT was no good in the second quarter. Just got a TD. That was a 5-yard run by number 9, Cole Gagem. Cole, I can't remember one from the other, and I don't have my roster with me. Cole Gagem, 5-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion was good by Can. 14-0. First play, Anthony, by the Vikings. They call that complete?
Yeah.
Yep.
The number 5.
That ball is complete. Brings up 2nd and 5 for the Vikings.
Number 5, Fields, making the catch for the Vikings.
Been waiting on him all night long, Anthony. At one point, there was talk that he was going to transfer to Bamberg, if you remember last year.
Oh, that was the guy?
Yeah, that was the big kid, big receiver. He's a healthy-looking, tall receiver. And I've been waiting for him to throw it to him all night long. Only went to him one time on all the times we've been throwing the ball, Anthony. Kind of shocking. All right, 2nd and 5 now for the Vikings. 7:22 left here before the half. Takes a snap. Looks to throw. Throws. Got him again. First down. DeMarcola. Ball got him all the way. Finally brings him down at about the 34-yard line. Hold that piece. He was brought down that time, Anthony. Who was over there? I think that was number 5, wasn't it, for the Red Raiders?
That was Can.
Yep, Savalas Can for the Red Raiders.
The Vikings throwing the ball, Trent.
Yeah, we worried about that and thought about that coming into the game, that they would try to throw more than they did early on, but 2 back-to-back completions gives them a first down. Ball spotted around the 33-yard line. They're on 33. Waiting on the snap is number 1, Rico Parler. Parler takes a snap, looks to throw again, looks over to the right side, has pressure, and there he goes. He is going to be dropped right around the 20-yard line, and that's going to be a loss of about
15 yards, 10 to 15 yards.
14 yards, Anthony, you are correct. 14-yard loss. This ball's going to be spotted, but they're going to move it up a little now to the 22-yard line.
Making the tackle for the Red Raiders is number 8. Kenneth McMillan, number 17, Dejan Bamberg, along with number 55, Rasheen Dixon.
Yep, second and forever now for the Vikings. Clock steady going down, 6:04, second quarter. Red Raiders lead 14-0. Vikings taking their time, trying to come up with something big here against your Red Raiders. This time they have 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1 wing in and 1 back in the backfield in spread formation. Well, now they put him in the backfield, so you got 2 backs. Nope, one's on the left side is going to move down now. We got movement against somebody.
Out of time.
I don't know. It looked like somebody might have moved up front.
Delay a game.
Delay a game. You're right, Anthony. Against the Vikings. They took forever, I'll tell you.
About 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think he was writing a love letter to his girl back home or something. We've seen that a lot this year, and I don't understand that, Anthony. You work, practice, you practice, you practice, you practice, you work with your players. How is that? I mean, how do you even allow that to happen right now?
I don't know, man. Might as well come on and get it.
Indecisiveness. It's about 2nd and 23 right now for the Vikings, and they're going to just be content to run it over to the left side. He's going nowhere, pushed out of bounds around the 21, 22-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Right about the 21.
Making the tackle for the Red Raiders, number 6, Cal Gager.
Trying to figure it out here. 20, 25. Looks like about 3rd and about 25 now for the Vikings. Got to get all the way up to the 44-yard line.
They're going for it or punt?
Oh, it's third down. Third down for the Vikings. Clock steady winding down here in the second quarter. 5:08 and clicking. Red Raiders lead 14-0. We got trips this time over the right side, and got a timeout. Looks like DeMarcola. So with 4:57 left here in the second quarter. Timeout, DeMarcola score. Your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 14. The DeMarcola Vikings, nothing. Richard Kemp, the local Farm Bureau agent, is proud to call Bamberg home and to cheer the home team on to victory on Friday nights. For nearly 60 years, Farm Bureau has offered auto, home, and life insurance for the people of Bamberg County. More information is available at 245-4356. That number again is 245-4356. Richard Kemp joins with us in saying, "Go Red Raiders." All right, Big Si Harley, Anthony Harley now making his way down to the field. His son, Jordan Harley, number 51, is a senior, and it is senior night here at Bamberg Ehrhardt. So I'll have it by myself till we get to halftime with 4:57 left here in the second quarter. Looks like we're getting out of the huddles here, getting ready to go back to the action in tonight's ball game between the Raiders and the Vikings. Coming out of that timeout, brings up 3rd and forever, about 26 looks like. Got trips to the right, 1 to the left, 1 back in the backfield. Spread formation. DeMarc drops back to pass, looks to throw, throws. And that's intercepted by number 2, Jamari Dunbar. That ball's going to be intercepted about the Red Raiders' 45-yard line. Have a player down for the Vikings. That's number 1, Rico Parler, the quarterback. But I think he's just more upset than he was getting hit real hard. Ball spotted, 45-yard line, Red Raiders, 4:50 remaining. Score, Red Raiders 14, DeMarcola, nothing. waiting on him to get off the field. Now, tonight's Red Raider football game is being brought to you in part by Keep Bamberg County Beautiful, who wants to remind you that every little bit hurts, even seemingly insignificant items such as cigarette butts or bubblegum wrappers, for instance. Let's join together in making sure Bamberg County is clean and beautiful for visitors who pass through who might be looking for that right spot for a new or existing industry or a new place to call home. Keep Bamberg County Beautiful is a litter-free program funded by a grant made possible to Bamberg County. All right, as Mr. Rico Parler is getting off the field, Red Raiders look like they're ready to go to action. We got 3 receivers to the bottom, none to the top. 1 back in the backfield, and that is number 2, Jamari Dunbar. Quarterback still in the ball game. Number 5, Savalas Can. Don't know what we got going on, but Denmark players running in and out, a whole ton of them. Bunch of whistles. And it's going to be a timeout. Denmark Olar Vikings unable to get it together after number 1. Rico Parla got hurt on that last interception pass by himself. He threw it all the way downfield to the 45-yard line where it was picked off by number 2, Jamari Dunbar. Tagadoo's hometown slogan is a store that offers unique gifts for unique people. Football season's here, and Tagadoo's has a variety of game day, collegiate, and high school clothing and accessories for the whole family. Tagadoo's is located at 2165 Main Highway, which is 301 North in Bamberg. The phone number is 245-7155. Tagadoo's is a proud sponsor of Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raider Athletics. The law firm of Wilson & Luganbill has 2 locations, 3056 Railroad Avenue in Bamberg and 29 Allen Street in Barnwell, providing legal services in medical malpractice, tractor-trailer accidents, wrongful death cases, auto accidents, and much more. Their slogan is, "We fight for your rights." That's Wilson & Luganbill here in Bamberg and 29 Allen Street in Barnwell. All right, ready, back to the action, folks. Can drops back to pass, takes a snap, throws, has a receiver, and it may have just got picked off, almost picked off, but it is caught by number 37, Blaze Bunch at around the 18-yard line. Touchdown, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. Now, let me tell you what happened right there, folks. Can dropped back to pass. It was a wobbly pass, and about the 20-yard line, number 1, Garrett Swarden, tried to catch it. It bounced off him, went up in the air, and Blaze Bunch happened to be there at around the 17, 16, 18-yard line, somewhere in there. He catches it and goes into the end zone, and just that quickly, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders are up 20-0 with 4:40 left here in the first quarter. In to kick the extra point for the Red Raiders looks like it's number 37, and it is Blaze Bunch. He just caught the pass. He's going to kick it. There's the snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is no good. Or is outside to the left with 4:40 remaining. Your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders lead the Denmark Olar Vikings 20-0 here in the second quarter. Tell you what, that was unbelievable as Blaze Bunch caught it on a tip from about the 18-yard out. That was a 55-yard touchdown pass by Can to Blaze Bunch as he caught it about the, like I say, about the 18, 16-yard line, someone in there off the tip, and it's a touchdown. If you're just joining us, PAT was no good, and the score now with 4:40 remaining in the second quarter. Red Raiders 20, Denmark Olar Vikings nothing. All right, getting ready to kick off now for the Red Raiders, waiting to see who it's going to be. It's Bunch again. He has just caught a touchdown pass, tried to kick an extra point, missed that, and now he's coming in to kick the kickoff, so he has been the jack of all trades here in the last 20 seconds probably. Waiting to spot it. He places it down to kick at about the 40-yard line. Whistled into play. There's the kick. Goes towards the right and is finally caught at about the 24-yard line by number 5 of Denmark. Make that number 3. Tries to run it, still on his feet, running all over the place, but not going forward. Finally brought down by a host of Red Raiders at about the, looks like it's inside the 20 or right at the 20. We'll see where they spot it. That was number 3, LaDamian Dunbar, 11th grader from Denmark Olar, on the return. They're going to place it down right at the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Again, if you're just joining us with 4:29 left here in the second quarter, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 20. The visitors from Demarcola, nothing. Vikings come out again in shotgun. Spread formation, 3 to the bottom, 1 to the top, 1 back in the backfield. Quarterback decides to run it himself. Tries to go up the middle, nowhere to go, and he is brought down, hit immediately by number 11, Jack McDonald. McDonald having one heck of a football game tonight after a gain of 1. Brings up 2nd and 9. 4:15 and counting down here in the second quarter. Red Raiders so far, if you're just joining us, have played pretty well overall. You know, they came out the first series, thought they were going to be a little flat, but they really look good. They came out the first probably 2 or 3 plays, offensive line not blocking up the par, and then all of a sudden they turned it on, and ever since have been a machine. They could be up right now about 28-0. Fumbled it at the 1-yard line. That was Savalas Can, went in the end zone. They finally marked it back at the 20. Red Raiders bring pressure with number 11. Has a man outside, throws it. That's going to be a flag. He got hit a little bit early. Dunbar, the receiver for Demarcola, trying to get it about the 30-yard line. It was going over his head, no doubt, but still got pushed, and he went down. Not bad. No need in it, and Coach Corey Crosby looks kind of aggravated. Not mad at Dunbar, a little bit aggravated because that ball was uncatchable, it looked like. Jack McDonald putting pressure on that time. Almost got to the quarterback before he turned it loose. Jamari Dunbar, number 2 for the Red Raiders, played one heck of a game thus far. He's got an interception on the night and also 2 or 3 big runs. Hadn't got that touchdown tonight, but he's gotten 2 or 3 big runs that set up the touchdown for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. Here come the Vikings finally. Ball spotted at 34-yard line. They're on. Takes a snap. Quarterback rolls, tries to throw, has a man open. He catches it. That's number 5, but he's going nowhere. It looks like it's going to be a loss of about 2 maybe on the carry. Actually more than that. Loss of 3 brings up 2nd and 13. That was number 5 for the Vikings. Ortez Field on the catch. Coming up to make the tackle was number 5, Savalas Can. Clock still moving. It's 3:15 and going down. Second quarter, your Red Raiders 20-0 over the Vikings. Anthony Harley, if you're wondering where he's at, he had to go down to the field. His son is a senior, and it's senior night for all the seniors, and they walk them out at halftime. We'll have that for you on YouTube. Don't forget, you can go to www.youtube.com, type in WBSC Radio, and you can even see senior night on the internet, probably tomorrow night or Sunday. There's a snap. Quarterback again drops back to pass. Red Raiders bring the pressure. He gets away from it, 30, and he's going to get up to about the 34-yard line before he's taken down. And I'm not sure that didn't hurt him. It looks like he got rolled up. Number 68 on the tackle there for the Red Raiders. That is Jacoby Brown. And it looks like he might have rolled the quarterback's leg there, but he's getting up and kind of slowly walking over. And that's timeout by the Red Raiders. So with 2:36 remaining here in the second quarter, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 20, the visitors from Demarcola, nothing. The New Hires Drugstore is now open at 12253 Heritage Highway across the road from the Bilo Shopping Center and is your only hometown locally owned pharmacy. It's owned by Bamberg native Eddie Sanders. Besides prescription drugs, Hires has a full line of sundries, and if you no longer drive, Hires offers full local delivery.
Come on, Trent, you can't run out of steam now.
I'm telling you, I'm falling out here. Also at Hires, free blood pressure and blood sugar test. That's Hires Drugstore, 12253 Heritage Highway, which is Highway 78 West in Bamberg. All right, got Mr. Jeff Dible up with me. He's going to help me some on these names and rosters. Being up here by yourself is something else, and I'm sure Derek Jeffcoat, listening at the dispatch tonight, is probably thinking, Darren Trent's running out of steam on me.
Oh, he is. I'm telling you, Trent.
It has been a long week with everything I've been doing, and I am some kind of tired, but we're going to make it through. We're going to make it fun with 2:36 left here. All right, Denmark comes back, looks to throw in, does, has a man wide open at the 35, 40, 45. He's at the 50, still on his feet. Finally, at the 45, thought he was brought down. He's not. He's at the 40. Finally going to be brought down at the Red Raiders' 35-yard line. Now, that was some busted coverage there by your Red Raiders. Nobody picked him up out the backfield, and he went off to the races for a first down. Ball spotted at the Red Raiders' 35-yard line. 2:24 left here in the second quarter. All right, now they're in the hurry-up offense for the first time tonight. They're at the line of scrimmage, takes the snap, looks to throw, throws it out. Way high and way out of bounds, incomplete. Intended receiver was number 4. That was
Malik Robinson.
Malik Robinson for the Vikings. Brings up 2nd and 10, ball spotted, 35-yard line of your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. Jeb was talking about earlier how number 51, Mr. Harley, Jordan Harley, is going to be a senior tonight.
Oh, wow.
So Anthony had to leave me to go down there and get ready for senior night. And I appreciate you coming up here to keep me company and keep me straight.
Well, I almost didn't recognize him, seeing him all dressed up and looking like that.
He's spiffy tonight, boys.
Well, he is. He's got the dudes on.
Yes, Si's got on a sport coat and some slick pants. I mean, he looks cool. All right, there's a snap. Finally getting back to action. Red Raiders bring the pressure. He gets it off, and that receiver, number 3 for Denmark Ola, that is LaDamian Dunbar. He wanted none of that. He heard footsteps, and he threw it down, but he got a flag on the play. Let's see what this is about. Not sure what could have happened way out there, Jeff.
Yeah, it looked like he was out there.
Illegal shift. Let's see. No, that is anyway, a penalty against the Vikings. Sideline warning, maybe. I can't tell.
I'll tell you what. That's almost a new one on me.
That's illegal shift. I was right. Illegal shift against the Vikings. Penalty declined. 2nd down and 10. Make that 3rd and 10. With 2:12 left here in the second quarter. Quarterback takes a snap. Looks to throw and does. Throws it deep. Could be picked. It's intercepted, looks like, by number 2, Jamari Dunbar. He gets it right in at the 1-yard line, and that is Red Raider football. And it looks like they're going to mark it at 2, Jeff.
Yeah, it looks like they are.
But what an interception.
That's his third one?
That's his 2nd tonight, yep.
Well, that's a good one. That's been one of our weaknesses.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Now we're getting stronger.
Our secondary has been a little bit weak tonight, but really big on that play.
And, he's a lot shorter than what the receiver was.
That is correct. All right, get ready to go back now. Bunch of whistles. Timeout. Your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. Again, the ball spotted right at the 2-yard line, and that's where we'll take over after this timeout with 2:04 remaining here in the second quarter. Your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 20. The visitors from Denmark, nothing. Red Raider football is sponsored by Richard Ness, Norma Jett, Allison Dennis Hood, Adam Ness, the law firm of Ness & Jett, located at 2878 Main Highway in Bamberg. Supporting local sports is a long-standing tradition with Ness & Jett, your hometown law firm. The entire staff is there to serve you in all your legal matters. That's Ness & Jett Law Firm in Bamberg.
And you know what? Big shout out for young Aaron. He passed his bar exam. Hopefully he joins the firm, and we expand that one a little bit.
That's right. Aaron Ness, of course, a native of Bamberg. He is. He took his bar exam, and you have to wait so long. Don't know how long it is.
Yeah, it's quite a while.
Quite a while, but he finally gets past that, and he's in there. So.
He got the word. He's happy. We're happy.
He said today on Facebook, I think it was, he said he don't know what was more exciting. Being told he passed it or being told he didn't have to take it again. He said he didn't know which one.
And he said he'd never have to take it again.
Yep, he was excited.
Yep.
All right, there's a snap. His give is to Dunbar over the left side. He almost got in the end zone, but he does not. He's at the 5. He's at the 10, 15, 20, still on his feet. 30. Oh, had one man to beat, but he gets out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. That's a first down for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. Clock stops at 1:52 here in the second quarter. That was a big run there by number 2, Jamari Dunbar.
He almost got himself back in the end zone there and came right out of it.
He did. I tell you what, that was pretty impressive. Dunbar has been on fire tonight. He told me earlier prior to the game, I talked to him and I said, Jamari, I said, have a big game. He said, Mr. Trent, it's going to be a big one. Thus far, 2 interceptions, some big runs like that. He has put on a show for the Red Raider fans thus far.
I'm waiting for him to turn those jets on, though. I'll tell you what, he can fly.
He can fly, and I tell you, he could outrun that kid, but he's probably tired from all them interceptions. Worn out. All right, there's a snap. Fakes to give. Oh, a little trickery there as he tried to go to number 1, Garrett Swarting on the reverse. Going nowhere. Finally brought down at about the 30-yard line, and that's a loss of about 5. Brings up 2nd and 15, your Red Raiders, 1:36 and counting here in the second quarter left, Joe.
Going to have a good halftime show.
All right, you got a good halftime show tonight for about the Red Raiders. We'll talk about that in a moment. Regiment. Give over the right side to number 4, Jamari Dunbar. Yeah, that goes nowhere. Gets gain of about 3, I would say, and that brings up 2nd and 11 for the Red Raiders.
Sure does.
3rd and 11. Third and 11. Having a time. Somebody's got a radio up here they need to turn down a little bit because every time I say something, it's reverbing back in my headset. I'm not sure who that is. Drive me crazy, though. All right, 3rd and 11 for the Raiders. There's the snap. There's the give to Cole Gajan. Over the right side, he gains about 4 on the play. Gets up to about the 39-yard line. And that's 4th down finally. About 4th and 6 for the Red Raiders. The next one. I found out what it was listening to the World Series. Nothing wrong with that. I don't mind you listening.
Not at all.
Hey, I love baseball, folks, but you got to turn that down. I thought it was me talking, and I keep hearing it. Every time I say something, it said something, so it's about to drive me nuts, and that's why I've been a little out of sync here. I was like, it's driving me nuts.
Wouldn't make you mad if I told you that was our film crew, would it?
No. Okay. I'm sure that wasn't them. I would say that have to be somebody else. Couldn't be our young bucks next door.
Yep.
If it is, guess what, folks? We only got 4 seconds left here in the second quarter. Red Raiders lead 20-0, and that's a timeout by the Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders with 4 seconds remaining. Bo Griffith and all the fine folks at Home Federal Savings and Loan Association hopes you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. Home is where the heart is, and Home Federal is home to savings accounts, money market accounts, certificates of deposits, home loans, and home improvement loans, as well as car loans. That's Home Federal Savings and Loan Association, 2990 Main Highway in Bamberg, member FDIC, an equal opportunity lender. Everyone experiences problems, Jeff, with their vehicle from time to time. That's why Sweets Discount Tire and Auto Repair LLC specializes in home auto repairs for all makes of vehicles. Koski Macmillan offers tires, batteries, air conditioning repair, and much more. The telephone number is 245-2857, and they're open from 8 to 5 daily. That's Sweets Discount Tires and Complete Auto Repair LLC, 2437 Main Highway in Bamberg. All right, here we go. 4 seconds left, Jeff, and let's see what we're going to do. Looks like we're going to heave one up as he drops back to pass, but Ken decides to run. 40, 45, 50, looks back, gets to the 40 of the Vikings, and that's where he's going to go out of bounds, and that's going to end it, folks, for us here in the first half. The score, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 20. The visitors from Denmark, Olar Vikings, nothing. Mr. Jeff, what do you think about the first half thus far?
It's been good, been exciting. We're made a game out of it.
Yeah, we have. I mean, I thought that early on we could have done a little better. I thought we would have had a chance to early on go ahead. We fumbled down at about the 1-yard line. That takes away some points. We've missed a couple extra points. So in reality, I thought we should be up about 28-0 right now, maybe 35-0. But we'll take a 20-0 lead here at halftime against the Denmark Olar Vikings.
Yeah, I think you're going to see the conditioning, show up in the next half, though.
I think you will. Yep. Denmark's low in numbers, and I think as this game progresses, like you say, the Red Raiders will wear them down, and we'll finally probably get this thing out of hand. I'm looking for about a 48-0, maybe even a 52-0 victory, but we'll see as time progresses. All right, Mr. Bob, we're going to throw it back to you for halftime, and all you Red Raider fans stick around.
This is Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders football. Experience all the play-by-play action as it happens, right here on your hometown radio station. And now, live from tonight's game, here's Trent Kynard and Anthony Harley.
And thank you, Mr. Jack. We're back here at Leon Maxwell Stadium in Bamberg, South Carolina, where the score at the half is your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 20. The visitors from Denmark Olar, nothing. Whew, that was a lot of halftime excitement, Jeff.
Boy, that was. I'll tell you what a great halftime show, though.
I'll tell you, that was. We had the senior night tonight, and we had also the band. I think one of the bands played, and then we had to go out, and I was checking on a elderly lady, not elderly too bad. She hears this, she might knock me out, but a nice, sweet lady. She wanted, they called it and said they needed to tow a car. It did not need to be towed, but I ran all the way down the bleachers, all the way around the side, talked to the police, and we are all good now. So
Isn't it nice to be in a small town where you know everybody?
You know everybody, and I love it. I tell you what, Bamberg, of course, is our home, and we love it here. A lot of fine folks out at the ball game tonight. Nice crowd, everybody getting along, having a great atmosphere, eating chicken fingers, and what else we got? We got hot dogs, corn dogs, you name it. Everybody's eating everything and talking and laughing and doing what we do here in Bamberg, mingling and having the most fun that you can have at a high school football game throughout the entire state of South Carolina. 2 minutes and 45 seconds plus the 3. We got about 5 minutes left. Extended halftime, folks, because of the senior night. They always extend it. Red Raider football action tonight is being brought to you in part by Deet Vaughn and the staff at Vaughn Electronics, your Radio Shack dealer in Bamberg since 1977. Vaughn Electronics is located at 2649 Main Highway in Bamberg and is here to stay. Vaughn Electronics also has local artist David Cooler's CD for purchase. That's Vaughn Electronics, 2649 in Bamberg.
I'll tell you what, let's give a great shout out to David Cooler. I'll tell you what, he does a lot in our community people don't know about. He is a great representative. He's got a great song out called The Football Game that we feature on
I hadn't heard that one yet. I hadn't heard it. I must have missed it every time he comes on. I knew we do the local artists every day. Now, what time do they come on?
We usually bring them on at 15 after the hour.
15 after the hour, folks, and that's when you can always hear local artists from the area. And David Cooler, we got Mac from Denmark. Mac
Millen.
Mac
Davis, who records as Mac Millen.
Who are some of the other people you've had on there, Jeff?
We've got the McMillan young lady from lives up in the Lexington area. Her dad's from here, Bob McMillan and family grew up down in the Ehrhardt area, and she's got a CD. We try to feature anybody who has a CD locally that we can share with the world and let them know what kind of talent and artists we have in our area. And we have an abundant supply. We have David Whitaker. He's got on the piano.
He's great.
We try to do a lot of different variety.
And what also we do each and every day, folks, if you haven't had a chance to check us out, don't forget you can live stream us at www.wbscradio.org. We do a birthday club every day, and that's a big hit in Bamberg. Everybody gets to know when your birthday, and they speak and talk to everybody. Red Raiders coming back out on the field for the first time here after the half, and you can hear the excitement of the Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raider crowd as they're trying to go undefeated. This will be the final regular season game of the season. We'll be 10-0 if we can hold on to this 20-0 lead, and that's pretty exciting for a small town like Bamberg and a small county like Bamberg. That's pretty big.
Oh, it is. Real big.
We'll try to find out the score here from Anthony. I'm sure they've been texting it back and forth. And from Andrew Jackson Academy also, they are 10-0 already.
Yeah,
they play 11
great
games.
Season.
11 games. So if they win today against Richard Wynn, who won the state title last year, Andrew Jackson was able to split with Richard Wynn, broke up their regular season.
Didn't their JV team go undefeated?
9-0. Played last night, went 9-0, so that's pretty exciting as well. So we got 2 teams within Bamberg. Well, 4 actually. Bamberg JV went undefeated. Andrew Jackson JV went undefeated. Thus far, if Bamberg wins tonight, they go undefeated. And if Andrew Jackson wins, they go undefeated. So 4 teams, 2 JVs and 2 varsities undefeated within the county. That's pretty good. And we're playing another county team tonight. Denmark had its struggles, but they are 3-1 in the region. Pretty impressive.
I'll tell you what. Football's king in Bamberg.
Yep, it is. And if you love football and you're looking for some great place to live, Bamberg is the place, Bamberg County. We're always looking for new members. We got some homes for sale. Very nice. We got, what else do we have around here? We got a great local restaurant.
Oh, we got lots of great restaurants.
Yep,
I mean, you talk about a great meal at a reasonable price. I went down to Risers down in Ehrhardt today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, had a great lunch down there. Buffet.
That's country cooking there, too, now.
It is.
Them old peas.
It is, and you couldn't believe the pickup trucks from Florida, Georgia, all the hunters when they come into town. We have great hunting in our area down here, and they all show up places like that. And that's what brings them here, and along with the deer, of course.
Along with the deer, and we got some big deer now. I'm telling you, if you talk to anybody throughout the nation, I got a lot of friends around the country, and they all say, "Wow, I wish I had those deer that you have in Bamberg because they are some monsters." Speaking of industry, if you're looking for somewhere to come, we want to give a big shout out to Danny Black and the staff at Southern Carolina Alliance, located at 1750 Jackson Street in Barnwell, South Carolina. SCA is an economic development partner with our Bamberg County government as well as surrounding counties, working to bring manufacturing jobs to our area. WBSC salutes
on the air.
Southern Carolina Alliance for being a sponsor of Bamberg County Athletics. Let's give a quick breakdown of the first half. First time Red Raider score was in the first quarter, 6:01 remaining. We had an 8-yard rushing touchdown by Keyshawn Orr, making it 6-0. PAT was no good. In the second quarter, Cal Gagem They had a 5-yard touchdown run. Can took it in from 5 yards out as well for the 2-point conversion. Made the score 14-0 with 8:07 in the second quarter. The most exciting play of the night, Jeff, is probably that 60-yard touchdown pass. I'm going to call it from Can, off of Swarting's hands, off of the helmet of the Denmark player, into the hands of Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raider Blaze Bunch at about the 18-yard line. He catches it off the tip, takes it in for a touchdown. Point after try was no good. That was with 4:40 remaining in the second quarter. Red Raiders lead 20-0 at that point, and that's where it stays, and that's where we're at right now at the halftime.
And you know what? If people go to YouTube, take a look at this, they can see that play. They can stop it in the middle, go back, review it, take another look.
I can promise you this, with the great guy we got, Robert Corlin, who does all of our video and audio and everything. He will have that play for them, slow mode, so you can see it, and he also zooms in. So
he isolates that.
He isolates each and every play like that.
Yeah,
so
Robert does a great job for us. We're very fortunate. We got a lot of talented people in this area, let me tell you.
We do, and I mean, not myself, obviously. If you've been listening to the first half, I've been off the game today. I don't know what in the world's wrong with me, but we're going to get back right, folks. I promise you, the second half, we're going to have a lot of fun, but we have nights like that like anyone else. But you're right. We got great people that love volunteerism. They do a lot of volunteering in the community. We have a lot of population that will just go out of their way to do good things for good people, and that's what's amazing, you know.
Oh, they do. Well, let me tell you, can I hand this thing back over to Anthony?
You can. I appreciate it, Jeff.
I know there are a lot of people out there really surprised to hear me, but let me give a quick shout out to Billy Drawdy.
Billy, yep. We talked about him earlier.
Yep. I know Billy's listening, and Billy, a lot of people cheering for you, and you take care of yourself and get up and get moving again. And I'll turn this thing back over to Anthony.
Yep, Red Raiders take the kickoff from their own 20-yard line, and he brings it back up. That's number 5, Savalas Can, and he's going to get all the way to the 34-yard line. That's where the Red Raiders will start this second half, 1st and 10. Cheerleaders now throwing out footballs. If you can get a shot of that over there next door in the video booth, the fans get super duper excited about that. They love to get those little tiny footballs with the Red Raiders on it. All right, here we go. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback in right now is still number 5, Savalas Can. We got to find out about Hunter Etheridge. There's the handoff over to Dunbar, and oh wow, nice job by the Denmark Olar Vikings. Come out for about a 3.5-yard loss, hitting him in the backfield. Brings up 2nd and 13. All right, RW's winning. All right, Richard Wynn is up, I do believe, when I'm reading, 8-6 at halftime. So the Andrew Jackson Confederates down 8-6 at the halftime. They're trying to go 11-0. I got another score for you. Silver Bluff 22, Barnwell 17 at the half. All right, 2nd down and about 13 for your Red Raiders here in Bamberg. Can takes a snap, fakes the give, runs the option, pitches it outside to Orr, and Orr's had trouble, didn't think he was going anywhere. But he may get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's not even going to get there. He's going to lose 2 more. That'll bring up 2nd and 15, Anthony. We were picking at you earlier, Anthony. Y'all, he's got on a pair of jeans, some nice shoes. He got on this bad blazer. I tell you what, that thing looks good, boy. That blue blazer, denim kind of look, sort of, kind of. And then you got, oh, boy, look at that fancy shirt you got on now. Woo, where's your wife? You better watch out, because let me tell you, somebody be up here talking to old Si. Ain't it? Wait, almost got it. There we go. He's running the ball. He gets a nice run there by number 2. Dunbar, he almost broke it up to the 40. What you got there?
That's a Robert Graham.
Woo, we got a Robert Graham shirt on, folks. I don't know if I can sit by you. I just got on some Under Armour Bamberg shirt.
Oh, you're doing good, Trent. You're doing good.
All right, trying to be fancy like you. 4th and 4, we'll call it for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. Ball spotted at 40-yard line. They're going to go for it early. Can waiting on the snap. Come on, bring it. He might be trying to get a hard camp, call a timeout, and that is exactly what the Red Raiders do. They're going to punt it. Again, earlier, if you remember, Anthony, Denmark, same situation, 4th and about 4 on that possession as well. And they jumped off sides, and the Red Raiders were able to get a first down, tried it again that time. Now it looks like they're going to punt it, elect to punt it.
Right.
Now, we hadn't heard all night long, Anthony. I'm curious, and I'll send a text here in a moment and try to find out. Hunter Etheridge, is he dressed out tonight? Okay, he's not playing right now. Okay, all right. Don't know what's going on with that, but I do know that he's not here right now, so we'll find out about that hopefully before the end of the broadcast, and I'll text his mother in a moment.
All right.
All right, so he's not here. Here we go. Blaze Bunch back to kick at about his own 28-yard line. There's the kick. Nice punt. Almost goes over to Denmark Ola head and bounces in front of him barely. He picks it up at about the 15, and he has dropped, or excuse me, at the 20, and he has dropped at the 22-yard line.
By number 1, Garrett Swarting.
Garrett, that was a good job going down. I need to find my phone, Anthony.
All right. Trent, I got a couple shout-outs.
Go ahead while you at it.
All right. I'm shouting out to Ray Sandifer. He's listening with us. And we got Miss Mary Lee Crosby. And we got my 2 cousins, Yvonne and Robin, listening out in Midway, South Carolina. Keep on listening to Red Raider football.
How about this, folks? We got a listener at College Station, Texas, at Texas A&M, listening to us, Anthony. You can't beat that.
That's Chris Wilson.
That's right, Chris, Dana Wilson, and their crowd. They are there to support the Gamecocks tomorrow night, and got a timeout early here for the Denmark Olar Vikings as they were set to take over 1st and 10 from about the 22-yard line. Yes, they're all the way out at College Station getting ready to cheer on the Gamecocks tomorrow against the Texas A&M Aggies, and that is Graham and Price and Dana and Chris Wilson right here from Bamberg, South Carolina. And Chris is a proud sponsor of Red Raider football, and we really do thank him for that, making this game possible for you, the fans, sitting at home. And while we got you, Chris, if you need legal assistance, the Wilson and Luganville Law Firm can help with personal injury cases, workers' compensation cases, probate matters, and much more. Their slogan is, "We fight for your rights." That's Wilson and Luganville, LLC, 3056 Railroad Avenue in Bamberg and 29 Allen Street in Barnwell. Go Red Raiders! All right, so thank you all for listening, and folks around the world, we appreciate you listening as well. Here we go. Denmark's finally back to the line, takes a snap, gives a give over the left side. He has a little bit of daylight, not much, and he's finally brought down by the Raiders after a decent gain of about 4. That'll bring up 2nd and 6 as the ball spotted at about the 26-yard line.
Making an attack for the Red Raiders, number 11, Jack McDonough, along with the host of Red Raiders.
All right, so clock's steady going down with 9:39 here in the 3rd quarter. Just joining us to score. Your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 20. The visitors from Denmark, nothing. The boys are excited. Just got another text from them out there at College Station. So, boys, y'all have fun for me and cheer them Gamecocks on. We're having a rough year, but we love them. And that looks like a false start, and it is by the Vikings. Had a rough time there. Tried to get down and come too early, Anthony.
Well,
all that gain for nothing. So now it's going to be 2nd and 11.
He was ready to go, Trent.
You can't blame him. Down 20-0, trying to do the best he can. Having a rough time there. 2nd and 11.
It's not going to get any better.
I don't think so. I think that train that they said they had coming from 7 miles away, and it was going to be 7 miles long, is going to be having trouble backing up. Quarterback keeper over the left side. He tries to gain some, but no. He's brought down in a hurry for a loss. Looks like that was number
8.
Yep, who is
Kenneth
that?
Kenneth McMillan.
Kenneth McMillan. Great job there, young man. Did a great job. 20-0 for whoever asked me that. I got your phone number, but I don't have who you are. 20-0, your Red Raiders lead. 8:42 left here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and about 13 now for the Vikings. Anthony, I don't understand Denmark. You come out, you're throwing the ball all over the field. Some complete, some pass interference. Since then, it seems like they've turned back into a running team.
Yep.
This time they try to throw it. Let's see. Has a man, throws it, and it's complete. Across the 25 to about the 27-yard line, looks like.
Number 5.
Yep, short of the first down, but still a completion nonetheless. You do that the first 2 plays, guess what? You got a first down, Anthony. Gain of about
4.
About 6 on the play, because he got up from it was 11, so he got about 6 yards. Yeah, about 5, maybe 6.
Right, right.
Remember they were behind it. They had a loss. So, yeah, about 6, 7-yard gain. 4th down, elected to punt again. That's number 1, Rico Parler. Set to kick for the Vikings. Back to return for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders is number 2, Jamari Dunbar, and number 4, Keyshawn Orr. Out to kick it to one of them this time, Anthony. I want to see a run back to the house. Let's see. There's a snap.
Here it goes.
Kick. Uh-oh.
There it goes.
Going to Keyshawn at about his own 40. He takes it. Gets to the 45, pointing, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Looks like, guess what, boys? I called that one. 10, 5, touchdown. Your Bamberg Ehrhardt.
Flag on the play. Flag it.
Red Raiders, 7:31. Now, how in the world do you throw the flag? This guy holding against the Raiders. Okay, I wish you could see this. And look at that. I tell you, he ain't happy.
Butch was hot.
Butch is hot. As he walks out there, he's fussing at one of his players. Maybe it was holding. I didn't see it, but he's fussing at the ref and the player. But he threw that thing mighty far behind him. We were in the end zone, and he throws it at the 11-yard line, and I tell you, uncalled for. And that's the kind of stuff that hurts you, Anthony, going toward the playoffs.
That's right.
When you get in the playoffs. We got somebody here with us, Anthony, if you want to let him up here with me real quick. I ain't sure what his name is. I think it's Jordan something. No, I'm playing. Don't hit me in my head, Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith, this is the band director for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raider Regiment.
How are you?
Let me tell you, I feel like I'm in the presence of greatness over here because they have been showing out on that band circuit this year. Showing out. We waiting on it. Let's see what happens right here, Anthony. Red Raiders take the snap. There's the give. Gets to the 20. 10. 5, touchdown, and that's the young man. You give him to me, Anthony, number 30. Keyshawn Brown, touchdown, Red Raiders.
Great effort by Keyshawn there.
Yep, 7:23 remaining. We are in the end zone, no flags down. Do you see him, Anthony? Don't see one, so that makes it 26-0 with 7:23 in the third. All right, going for 2. Somebody's taking the pin if you don't see it over there. All right. Wait, nope, we're going to go for 1. Looks like we're going to kick it. And looks like, I don't know who the kicker's going to be here because we don't have one yet. So, ball was spotted about the 24-yard line. 24-yard down for Keyshawn Brown. He gets in the end zone, makes it 26-0. If you're just joining us, waiting on the PAT with 7:23 remaining. There's the kick. It's up. It is good, and that was Blaze Bunch on the kick, so he booted that one on through. That makes it 27-0, folks, with 7:23 left here in the third quarter. I'm Mr. Jordan Smith, band director of the Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raider Regiment. Y'all been burning the circuit up, buddy. I'm proud of y'all. Tell us a little bit about how things have been going and where you're going at tomorrow.
Man, I appreciate it. The season has been going really well. And
I call it circuit.
A lot of folks attribute that to me, like the director can do it by himself. But my days of marching ended a long time ago, back in the early 2000s. Without a community, without administration, without the students, and definitely without parental support, I don't care how great of a band director you are, you can't get anything accomplished. Bamberg is just one of these places that they want their band to do well, and that's what we're able to do, Trent.
I tell you, y'all excel. Jordan, wait, I'll get right back to you. We're going to kick it off here.
Right.
Blaze Bunch set the kick, kicks it. Nice kick, young man. Bounces at about the 20, still bouncing. Touched it to 10. Don't know why he touched it. Could have went out of bounds. Still on his feet, running all around in circles is Denmark. He's finally pushed out of bounds. A bunch of hitting late. Hope we don't get a flag, and we don't, but the ball's going to be spotted. Did he finally throw it? No, I don't think he did. They're pink flags, folks, so they are very hard to see. I didn't see that one earlier. Ball spotted 18-yard line for Denmark, and that's where they'll start for the second time here in the third quarter. You say that all good, Mr. Jordan, but I tell you what, you're a great young man. You do a great job with the band, and I understand all those things you said, but you got to take some of the praise because you sit there and you get everything organized. I see your kids. They're always polite, very mannerful. I come to a gala y'all had last year, and those kids were outstanding. So I take my hat off to you, and I understand what you're saying, but I take my hat off to you, and it was a flag against the Red Raiders, looked like, Anthony, so he moved it all the way up to the 35-yard line, late hit by the Red Raiders, and those flags are hard to see because they're pink, but they move it up. After this play, I'll get back with you, Mr. Smith. Denmark set to go. Let me say that for just 1 second here. Quarterback still number 1, Rico Parler. 2 to the right, 2 in the backfield. There's the handoff. Tries to go over the right side, and he's going to go a little bit, but not too much. Nice effort there. Gets it up to about the 26-yard line. Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. So tomorrow, what we got? What's the big deal tomorrow for us?
Tomorrow we are competing for a state championship. Top 12 bands will meet at Batesburg-Leesville High School, and tomorrow a state champion will be crowned.
All right, 2nd and 8. We're going to tell him he'll get us a ring and bring home. 2nd and 8. Here's the snap. Another running play gives it. He may have lost one. If nothing else, he got right back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up about 3rd and 8 for the Vikings. Now, Anthony was picking. We'll bring home a ring tomorrow. What time are y'all pulling out?
Pulling out at 3:45.
And I'm asking all fans, we put it on our our Facebook page, WBSC Radio. You're not a friend already, please join us and like our page there, WBSC Radio. We're asking all the community to meet us out here tomorrow about 3:30, along with all the Bamberg Ehrhardt students, fans, and everybody. And let's give these guys a big send-off if you can't make it. All right, quarterback drops back to pass, rolls to his left. He's got running room. He's going to get it at least up to about the 40, and that was a big hit. Don't start a fight. A big hit. and his helmet popped off. Don't know if they called anything, Anthony, but a young man from Denmark looked like he didn't like that hit. Don't need none of that. All right, so sitting there trying to gather everything to see what's going on. Ball's going to be spotted right at the 40. That brings up 4th and about 5, 6, we'll call it. 4th and 6. All right, go ahead real quick.
Just want to say, as about to leave to get back to the band, I'm very, very appreciative of the coaching staff and how supportive they are towards the band program. And I tell my kids all the time that that's actually rare. Coach Crosby goes out of his way to make sure that the band kids feel appreciated. He and his staff, they make sure that the band kids feel special. And I tell my kids all the time, that is a unique situation.
All right, thank you, Mr. Jordan, and good luck, Trent. Buddy. 4th and 5, they decide to go for it. Not much to lose here, Anthony, as his 4th down 27-0. Quarterback drops back, throws, has a man, completes it, but he's going nowhere, and he gets whacked. And I'm talking about a big hit there by number 3, Anthony.
Nicholas Hughes.
Woo! And they go get a flag. I tell you what, this is absolutely ridiculous, folks. Please watch this on YouTube, I beg you. www.youtube.com. Type in WBSC Radio. All right, here we go. It's going to be after the play. I think Red Raiders may still have it. Let's see what they call, because it was dead ball at that point. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Red Raiders.
It should have been both ways.
Yeah, it should have been. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, folks, please go there and look at it. Type in WBSC Radio. Officiating this year has been, let's put it nicely, Anthony.
Pitiful.
Thank you. That's what I was sitting there thinking. I was trying to be politically correct, but I'm glad you said that, because it made me feel a little better. But I mean, it's like, come on, guys, it's high school football. The kid, what happened was he made a great hit. He got about, I'd say 10, 15 yards from sideline, and he was jumping up and down, and they throw a flag. Really? Come on, guys. They're going to mark that against the Red Raiders, so that'll be still, DeMarcola will retain the football.
He want to mark more.
He's still moving. I don't know what they're doing. Red Raider fans not happy at all. Actually, Bamberg, I was wondering, but he pointed the wrong way. Bamberg Ehrhardt's going to have the football at the 43-yard line. They are having a time out there. He's pointing all kind of ways, and he's done that twice tonight to mess us up. But it is actually Red Raider football here. They're going to get it at their own 43-yard line. Savalas Can still in the game at quarterback. 1 receiver to the bottom, 2 to the top, 2 backs. This time he gives it over the left side to Keyshawn Orr has room. 50, 45, 40. I don't think they're going to catch him, Anthony. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bamberg Ehrhardt. No flags. Take that. And that's a touchdown by number 4, Keyshawn Orr. I like that, Anthony. That is pretty good. Pretty doggone good.
They must remember this Leon Maxwell Stadium they're messing with now.
I knew it. That's what I'm saying. You know, you do that, and then Coach Maxwell's going to come back and say, that ain't going to happen, folks, because we're playing good football, and let the kids play. And that's exactly what they do right there. Score right now with 5:02 remaining, 33-0. And that was a big-time run right there, Anthony.
Great run by Keyshawn.
All right, waiting on the PAT by number 37, Blaze Bunch, to try to give the Red Raiders a 34-0 lead here in the third quarter. Exactly what Jeff and I were talking about. We'll get to it after this kick, Anthony. There's the spot to kick, and it's no good. Whew. That's all right. We'll take it. 33-0.
We got a score on the Silver Bluff Barnwell game.
Give it to me.
Silver Bluff 30, Barnwell 17.
All right, so with 5:02 left here in the third quarter, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders lead the Olar Vikings 33-0. Jeff and I were talking about it, Anthony, right before the half while you were downstairs getting ready for senior night. The Red Raiders, we felt like, yeah, we were up 20-0, but we thought that as this game progressed, you were going to see what we've talked about all year long, conditioning, and the conditioning is coming out right now. Denmark looks like they're gassed here in the third quarter, and the Red Raiders look like they're just getting cranked up.
Just ready to play.
I tell you what, though, that train, if you're going to Denmark way tonight, be careful, because that big 7-mile train backing up might come off the tracks. But excuse me, but that's all we heard all week, Anthony, didn't we? Oh, we bringing a 7-mile train. 7-mile train. Y'all gonna find out something this Friday. Well, we finding out that your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders are leading 33-0 with 5:02 left here in the third quarter. in defense of Denmark, it's all joking aside, folks. There's a little rivalry between the in-county schools. You know, Denmark's right down the street, only 7 miles away. Just joking. But the main thing is the Olar Vikings have not given up, Anthony. They are playing hard, though. Really.
No, they're playing hard, right.
All right, there's the kickoff. It's going to be fielded at about the 30. He's going to try to come up, and he's still moving forward. Let's see where they spot him. It's on the far side, way out of bounds, so it's hard to tell until they place the ball. But Denmark hadn't given up. I tell you, they're about a 2 or 3, I'd say, Anthony, players away to being pretty darn decent in 1A football.
Right.
A lot better Denmark Olar Viking team, I can tell you this, folks, than we've seen probably in the last 5 or 10 years, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Because this team, and I mean, sometimes in the past when Denmark comes, it's not a pretty sight, but this year, looking pretty doggone good.
Looking good. I think Denmark does good to say they don't have a middle school or JV program.
Oh, yeah. How about this? I tell you what, James Smoke listening to us, Bamberg police officer here. He's over at the hospital with a family relative, and I'd like to tell you there, James, glad you're listening to us. Hope everybody gets well soon. Know we're praying for each and every one of you, buddy. All right.
Personal foul.
Personal foul again against your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. Moves the ball up to the 48-yard line. I've never seen nothing like that.
That was a 20-yard penalty.
Ooh, unbelievable. Yep. Keep going. Let's go. Let's get out of here with everybody, you know, health-wise good, no fussing or fighting, and let's just get this thing over with. The quarterback drops back to pass with Denmark, throws, has a man open, catches at the 50, and he's lit up. Oh, is he lit up by number 20?
Number 2.
No, that's 2. I couldn't see the other side.
Dunbar.
Number 2, Jamari Dunbar, and I tell you what, if I had a player of the game right at this exact moment, he's getting close to it, Anthony. With 2 picks, good. He's been playing his heart out tonight against the Denmark Olar Vikings. We may have our first 2-time player of the game, player of the week rather, for WBSC Radio. So right now he's probably leading the pack. He's playing like a wow, man, like we've been waiting for, you know, all year. He's had spurts here and there, but not the Jamari Dunbar that we saw last year. But tonight we are seeing it come out, cream of the crop right there, buddy.
That's right.
All right, ball spotted right at the 50-yard line. 2nd and 8. Takes the snap, looks to throw, does flag out. All right, he goes reverses field after the catch. He's at the 45, and he's going no more. He's going to lose about 2 on the play, maybe 1. We'll see where they spot it, but we got flags out early.
Making the tackle for the Red Raiders is number 26, Desmond Johnson.
Games like this, Anthony, you don't want to see no one get hurt. You don't want to see no fussing and fighting and carrying on. It's not that big. We moving forward. Denmark, you know, they may move forward, but not as far as us probably, and that's why we got to keep cool, have fun, play the football game, and let's get out of here.
That's right. Legal procedure was the call.
Yep, there it is. 3rd down now for the loss of about 1. Brings up 3rd and 11 for the Denmark Olar Vikings. Coach Crosby said he thought his team was fired up tonight and ready to get this big W. And they have played like a team on fire, I thought, Anthony.
Yes, you're right, Trent.
All right, fakes to give, goes straight up the middle. 30. 25, 20, finally brought down at about the 15-yard line. That's not a block in the back, 15-yard line. Inside the 15, finally at the 14 for the Vikings. Butch did not like that, what I was saying there at the end of that run, Anthony. I said, that's not a block in the back. He took number 8 for the Red Raiders. That was Kenneth Macmillan. Hit him in the back and drove him about 15 yards in the air, and they didn't even get a call.
Nope.
So ball spot at 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Denmark Olar Vikings. 3:23 left here in the 3rd quarter. Folks, I know sometimes you think, darn, he sounded like a homer, but you can watch it on YouTube, see it for yourself, see what you think. There's the snap. The give over the right side has running room 10. 5, touchdown, Denmark Olar finally on the scoreboard, folks. I wanted to shut out, but didn't get it. Denmark scores with 3:01 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Makes it 33-6. PAT, or 2-point try, coming up. Oh, man, Denmark's all excited over there, Anthony. 33-6. Good job.
Yep.
Good job.
First, I thought they would sleep over there.
Yeah, all 28 of them, but they're doing a good job. That train's still going to derail on the way home, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Backing up, beep, beep.
You know, derailed.
Yep, tries the law. S-curve's rough, boy.
That's right.
All right, going for the 2-point conversion is the Denmark Olar Vikings. Takes the snap, fakes the give, quarterback keeps it, tries to go up the middle, and he's not going to make it. So, with 3 minutes and 1 second left here in the 3rd quarter, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 33, the visitors from Denmark Olar 6. Might be coming to talk, I don't know. All right. The New Hires Drugstore is now open at 12253 Heritage Highway across the road from the Buy Low Shopping Center. It's your only local hometown pharmacy, owned and operated by Bamberg native Eddie Sanders. Besides prescription drugs, Hires has a full line of sundries, and if you no longer drive, Hires offers free local delivery. Also at Hires, free blood pressure checks and blood sugar tests. That's Hires Drugstore, 12253 Heritage Highway, which is Highway 78 West in Bamberg. All right, we got a guest with us yet? You got it on? All right, Mr. Charlie Lucas, Reverend Pastor Charlie Lucas from the First Baptist Church here in Bamberg, South Carolina. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing well. Good to be with you.
Yes, sir. We're glad to have you with us. Always great to have community leaders out on the radio with us. We'll get to you as soon as this kickoff from Denmark-Ola gets down the field and we spot it. There's the kick by the Vikings. High, spiraling kick. There we go. 20-yard line is taken by Savalas Can. 30, 35, still on his feet. Across the 40, finally brought down, looks like at the 41-yard line, and that's where the Red Raiders will take over, 1st and 10. Pastor or Reverend? Which one's good?
Pastor.
All right. Pastor Lucas. Now, did you play football back in school?
No, I didn't. I was a little small, and we moved around a lot.
Being a Baptist preacher, you got a little bigger now, though, right? See,
well,
you get to eat good. Them Baptists eat good.
I grew 2 inches in college, so I was a late bloomer.
That's right. Baptist preachers eat good. I'm teasing about that. My good buddy, I'll tell you in a moment. There's the snap by the Red Raiders. Can gives it over the left side to Orr still on his feet. Finally brought down around the 45-yard line. Big hit there by the Vikings.
Well, you know, every time anybody in town has a meal, they need a preacher to come pray for it, so that's why.
That's why you get to eat good, right?
That's right.
That's right. I ain't got an excuse. Well, you know, government maybe that's the only reason. But you grew up in where at?
I grew up in Texas.
Texas. Well, that is football capital of the world, so I'm sure you saw some heck of a games and some great games. Got a whistle there waiting to see what happens. Timeout by the Denmark-Ola Vikings. 2:12 remaining here in the third quarter to score. Bamberg Ehrhardt 33. The visitors from Denmark-Ola 6. So you got to see some great football games back in your day, I'm sure.
Now, we had a good high school team, much like Bamberg. It's a little smaller than Bamberg, but had a great football team. A lot of guys went on to play in college and pros, and so they had a good program.
Now, being from Texas, a Cowboy fan or now a Houston Texans fan?
I was a Cowboy fan, died all the way.
Well, we may have to get in a fight here. And you know, I'm the biggest Pittsburgh Steelers fan in all of Bamberg County.
Well, the Steelers were my number one enemy.
And so were the Cowboys mine back in the 70s. But, you know, I tease. But, yeah, big Dallas Cowboy fan up here with us, and that's going to make a lot of our listeners happy because, believe it or not, Bamberg County has a big contingency of Cowboy fans.
Is that right?
Yeah, so it's pretty exciting here in Bamberg when they win. Now, this year hadn't been too exciting.
No, you know, when they did what they did to Tom Landry, and then the insult of all insults was bringing Barry Switzer out of Oklahoma.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
The coach.
For a Cowboy team. All right, Red Raiders getting ready to go back to action here. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. Can in the backfield, a quarterback, along with Dunbar and Savalas. That's Gagem. Is that Cole or Kyle? Cole Gagem. He takes it, and he's going to lose a few. Brings up 2nd and about 8.5 for the Red Raiders. Now, in the college aspect in Texas, who you go for there? Longhorns?
Well, I was a Longhorn fan. This year, I'm a big TCU fan.
TCU's got a great team. Patterson's done a good job over there with them. I tell you, and he's a real fine fellow, too. From what all you see on TV and hearing him speak, he does a great job. Red Raiders again, 3rd down and 9. Can set to take the snap. Whistle's blown. Gagem and Dunbar in the backfield. This time goes to Dunbar to the right side and not much blocking up front. He's going to go down. Loss of 1. We got some new guys in Anthony. We got Harley in the game and quite a few. So it brings up 4th and 10, and we're going to get a punt by your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. So what do you think about the Red Raiders there, Pastor?
Well, I've been very impressed with them. This is the 6th season we've seen them, and they just put out a good team every year.
What do you think? What do you think?
This team's the best one.
I was about to say, what do you think the chances are this year? Think we can take this one all the way?
I think so. This is their year. They have an opportunity to do it. I think they can do it. I thought they could have done it last year. They should have won the game last year.
All right, we'll get the punt right here by Bunch. Bunch punts it from his own 30-yard line, and what a booming kick down to 25, hits ground. Still bouncing inside the 20 till about the 14, and that is where Denmark will take over at their own 14-yard line. 6 years you've been here in Bamberg. What's some of the biggest things that's impressed you about the community overall, being from Texas, coming here to South Carolina? What are some things that have really impressed you about the city of Bamberg and the county of Bamberg?
Well, this is a great town to live in. A lot of friendly folks here, and a lot of good relationship with people. And So I've been real impressed with just how tight the community is, all the way across the board, and then how great their sports programs have been.
You're right, and that brings a lot of us together as the sports programs, and we appreciate you doing all you do in the community, and thank you for coming up here with us tonight, and we look forward to talking to you during the playoffs there, Pastor.
I'll be around. I'll be watching.
All right, thank you. That's Pastor Charlie Lucas from the First Baptist Church here in the city of Bamberg, South Carolina. We thank him for coming. Denmark takes over to give it over to the left side. He's going to gain a couple on the carry, brings up 2nd and 8 for the Vikings. 2nd and 8 for the Vikings. Ball spotted at the 17-yard line. That's Charlie Lucas, though. Like I was saying, he does a good job, doesn't he?
He does a great job.
A little late, but go ahead. We missed that one.
WBSC-LP, Bamberg.
All right, that's the top of the hour. A little late there, Mr. Bob. He was downstairs, and I think we were at a break at that point, but we did get it off. And that'll do it, folks, for the end of the third quarter. As we head to the fourth quarter, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 33, the visitors from Denmark 6. Red Raider football sponsored by Richard Ness, Norma Jett, Allison, Dennis Hood, and Adam Ness at the law firm of Ness & Jett, located at 2878 Main Highway in Bamberg. Supporting local sports is a long-standing tradition with Ness & Jett, your hometown law firm. The entire staff is there to serve you in all your legal matters. That's Ness & Jett Law Firm in Bamberg. How about our good buddy over there at Bo Griffin at Home Federal Savings and Loan? Home's where the heart's at. And Home Federal is in the heart of downtown Bamberg at 2990 Main Highway. Home Federal offers savings accounts, money market deposit accounts, certificates of deposit, home loans, home improvement loans, as well as car loans. Bo Griffin and all the folks at Home Federal are excited to be a part of tonight's Red Raider football game. That's Home Federal Savings and Loan Association, 2990 Main Highway in Bamberg, member FDIC, an equal opportunity lender. Try to get that score, Anthony, here in a minute again on Andrew Jackson. I'll tell you what, they're trying to ride that undefeated season like the Red Raiders. They are 10-0. Red Raiders are 9-0, hoping to be 10-0 here in about 12 minutes. So if you get that, let us know. Some fans texting in wanting to know. Nancy Foster and staff at Foster & Company are located at 3127 Main Highway in the heart of historic Bamberg. Nancy's a long-standing supporter of recreational sports in our area and a loyal Red Raider fan. She has rental properties, home sales, property management throughout all of Bamberg. She's a proud sponsor of Red Raider Athletics. All right, takes a snap, gives it over the right side. On 2nd down, he's on his feet still, but a flag is down. He gets the first down as he crosses the 25, and I believe you are correct, Anthony. I believe that's going to be holding against the Vikings. Holding is the call against the Vikings. Red Raiders will accept it. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll replay 2nd, I think. Let's see.
2nd and 20.
20, I think, yep. Or at least 19. Spot foul, probably. Let's see what they do. Tell you, these officials have thrown enough flags tonight that their wife's going to have to do some laundry when they get home because it has hit the ground enough. They got to have grass stains on them, Anthony.
That's right. That's 5 yard.
Oh, that's right. That's 5.
Yeah,
yep.
10. That was
5.
10.
Yeah. No, that's 10. Well, 5.5, 6, 7.
Move some more.
I don't know where they throw. They moving it around. We back around the 7.5 yard line now. So we know it's 2nd and a long way down to the other end. Got to get to at least the 26 yard line.
That's 2nd down and.
Well, maybe that train will ride them up there.
About 80 yards, 90 yards.
Hear me? Maybe they can hop that train.
Man that train under the rail. Derailed.
I'm sorry, Denmark folks. I love you. I love you. All right. See where they're going to finally move it. He moved it again. Now it's at about 7.5. Denmark's waiting on the whistle. Finally got it. Spread offense. Quarterback drops back and he's in the end zone. Looks to throw. Tries to throw again. Gets mashed as he throws. And what a play. Oh, my goodness. What a play by Jamari Dunbar on defense. No arms on him, no nothing. Reaches around, knocks the ball down. They fall on each other, and he throws a flag for pass interference against Jamari Dunbar. Again, folks, www.youtube.com, and watch it on replay if you don't believe me. Try not to sound like a homer, but, I mean, I bet you right now the Red Raiders have probably had close to 15 to 20 penalties called against them tonight. I didn't keep up with it, Anthony, but we got to be somewhere near there.
It's close.
And Denmark, thus far, has probably got 5. So you do the math. You do the math. One against the other. It's always like we're almost against the world every week, Anthony. We got to play 11, and we got to play the officials. I mean, you're always having to play somebody. It's ridiculous.
We got to play them white hats.
A 23-yard line now, second down and about 3.5 for the Vikings. Didn't get an automatic first down there. There we go. There's a snap. Ball dribbles back to the quarterback. He says, what in the world? He gets smashed inside the 20 at the 19. A loss of about 3 on the play, Anthony. I don't know what kind of snap that was.
Roll.
I think it hit the train wheel.
Making a tackle for the Raiders are. That was number 8.
Boys, we have a good time up here, don't we, Anthony?
Kenneth McMillan, a great time.
Somebody asked me, I said this a couple weeks ago, but I want to make sure people know. Somebody asked me a while back, said, you and Anthony be drinking up there? Anthony don't drink, and I sure ain't drinking, so we just crazy. Could you imagine if we did? Woof, I don't believe the radio could hold us. All right, ball at 19, almost to 20. There's a snap on third down. Quarterback keeper again, he gets away. He's at the 30, 35, 40, still on his feet, and he's going to the house, I believe, Anthony, unless Dunbar runs him down. 30, 25, 20. Finally brought down inside the 20 at about the, what a spot, 15-yard line. He went out at about the 18 and spots him at the 15. Good job there. That little chubby ref couldn't keep up with him if he wanted to. He was about 35, 40 yards behind him, so he just guessed, I guess. Woo! He was guessing. I'm guessing that we're ready to get to the house on this one, get this win, and let's go. Because if they come back and beat us 33-6 with 9:59 at the fourth to go, we in trouble.
Not going to happen.
Nah, it ain't going to happen. Red Raiders got a lot of young guys out there, too, Anthony. Start calling some of those out. If you see them out, just let us know.
Okay.
I see Gagem's out there now. I see, who else we got out there hadn't been in there earlier?
Wilson's out there.
Okay. Here we go. There's a snap. Ball's on the ground. We got flags on the play as well. But it was a bad snap. Drops to his knees. It's been exciting so far. Anthony. You know, I mean, a pretty good ball game. I mean, I tell you, it's been better than those games we had where we won 48-0, 58-0 in the first quarter, and then you had to sit there all night long like last week. It's been semi-entertaining, and being here at the house makes it good because I can drive right around the corner and be at my house. So that makes it even better when you get a big win like this. Trying to find out about Hunter Etheridge. If Sherry or any of those that listen, please let us know. Text me here on my phone. I'm not using it tonight, so I can get with you.
All right, Demarcus
takes a snap, gives it over to the left side. He's at the 20, tries to cut back, and that's not the thing to do, young man. You step out of bounds, they might get a flag on that. That was a little bit of hugging to the end. A big loss on the play, Anthony. He's all the way back to the, see where they finally spot it, 22-yard line. That brings up about 3rd and 16, 3rd and 17 for the Vikings.
Making the tackle for the Red Raiders is number 55, Racine Dixon.
I tell you what, we got another listener, Elizabeth Stillwell. She's listening to us all the way up in the big city of Columbia. All right, Hunter is doing good. He's okay. He left the game earlier, and is not here at the ballpark, or at the stadium rather. But we'll get back to that in just a moment after this third down play by the Olar Vikings. Waiting on the snap, takes a snap, fakes to give. Rolls out his right. He's under a lot of pressure, and he gets hammered. Ooh.
Touching the ground.
No, he's outside in high school. You're good on that, but he throws it away. Thought, I tell you what, Jack McDonald was back. Was that Jack back there?
No, that was number 8, Kenneth McMillan, along with number 17, Dejon Bamberg, putting pressure on number 1, Rico Parla.
No, that was number 3. I thought could have intercepted that. I said number 11, but that was number 3 for the Red Raiders. Nicholas Hughes, he was in his vicinity. He could have intercepted it. I thought there for a moment. 4th down and forever for the Vikings, and you know they'll go for it. Ball placed right at the 23-yard line. 4th and forever. So, Anthony, I tell you, what are they throwing up in the, throwing pom-poms back and forth. I don't know what they were throwing up in the stands. They're throwing in pom-poms, those 6 fans over there at Denmark. Good job, guys. Got to give them something to come, right?
That's right.
Man, I better stop all that before we go. I go to Denmark to buy something, get a beat down. All right, here we go.
Flag
everybody
on the play.
moving. Everybody moving too quick.
That was on the left side of the line. False start, of course, against the Vikings. That's going to push them back even further.
clock is running, steady running clock. We're down to 7:30 left here in the fourth quarter, if you were wondering. I guess they agreed to go ahead and let it roll on out of here. 33-6 fourth quarter. Red Raiders leading. Win tonight makes us 10-0, Anthony. Undefeated in the region, 5-0. And that makes us region champions. So the first year we were here on WBSC 102.3, guess what?
Region
We're the champs, man. I want to get that last championship for the state championship. That'll be the one that will matter. All right, there's a snap. Quarterback drops back to throw. Kind of a last gas heave, and he throws it. He's got a man there, Anthony. He's going to catch it. Nope, just incomplete. I don't know where he was running to or what he was waiting for. If he'd have come up and caught that thing, it was right in front of him. He kept backpedaling the receiver, and it just fell right in front of him. If he'd have come up and made an effort on the ball, it'd have been a touchdown because the defender, number 4, Keyshawn Orr, was behind him. But nonetheless, no matter, no mas. First down, Red Raiders, Anthony.
That's right.
Got the young guys in yet?
No, they brought him in and took him out.
Got the big boys back in. I think that touchdown might have woke us up.
I think we're going to the end zone again, Trent.
Anthony, you got to try to get some of these older guys more time. I mean, it's just where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Give over the left side. That's a young guy. Big number 30, Keyshawn Brown. Great job. Gains about 2, 3, but that was a heck of a run.
About 5.
More than that. They moved it on up, didn't they? Woo.
5 yards on the carry.
As big as he is, he doesn't look that quick, but boy, he's fast, ain't he?
Fast.
He's just like a big bruising back. Ironhead Hayward look, don't he?
Craig Ironhead.
That's what he looks like, yep. His boy plays for my Steelers. Bad snap. Picked up by Can. Looks to throw it. Has Swarding. Heaves it down the field. It's going to be a jump ball. Swarding looks like he wants it. He caught it. Let's see if they give it to him. And they do. What a catch. Now, that's one right there, Mr. Robert Corlin. When you see this on here, I want you to reverse that. Spin it back, go it back, do what you do. But that was a heck of a catch, and what a job by keeping 1 foot in by number 1, Garrett Swarding. Wow. Ball spotted right at the 20-yard line of the Denmark Olar Vikings. That's what we're talking about, Ant.
That was a great pass and a great catch by number 1, Garrett Swarding.
I don't know what the defender was doing. He was standing there watching him. He said, hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Somebody go get, how much is it? $8 or $6 now? $6, $8 from that boy from defense because he needs to pay the Red Raiders. He's up there watching the game. He's supposed to be playing it. All right, here we go. There's a snap. Give to Orr. Nope.
Gage him.
Touchdown, gauge him. He gets it down pretty good, down inside the 15, finally to the 13-yard line. Nice run up again. About, going to give him 8 on the carry, Anthony. Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Great catch.
Yep. That's what it's all about, folks. We have loved doing Red Raider football this year. Hope you've enjoyed being with us here on WBSC 102.3, the inaugural season. Here, football back in Bamberg where it belongs. 5:03 remaining and still counting down here in the fourth quarter. Can looks. Takes the snap. Give. Up the middle to touchdown. Gage him. 10, 5. Stay on your feet. Touchdown! Yes, sir. Touchdown. Number 9.
Touchdown, Cole Gagem.
Cole Gagem. We're going to call him Touchdown Gagem. But I tell you what, 4:42. Clock still going even though we scored. That is 39-6 now, Mr. Harley. About to be 40. We need to get this extra point. We need 40 up there. Is that Stembridge back to kick again?
No, that's Stembridge.
Yep.
I'd like to give a shout out to my buddy over in Denmark, Mr. Jesse Collins.
Now, you ain't rubbing it in on Jesse, is you?
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right, here's a snap. Waiting on it. Snap. The place is down. The kick is up. Get it, Stembridge. Roll through there, baby. It is good. Good job, Mr. Stembridge. If you don't know it, he's a senior. That is number 41, Davis Stembridge, a senior for the Red Raiders. Backup kicker, but great job, young man. Give him a hand for that one, Anthony. Way to go, big dog.
Go, Davis.
So that's 40-6 with 3:59 left here in the fourth quarter. Clock has stopped and change of possession, but these Red Raiders, Anthony, are on fire. Playoff picture, Anthony. Looks like we'll talk about it at the end of the game again, but we were talking. It looks like either Hemingway maybe, could be Carver's Bay in the first round. Those two teams are what we're thinking right now. Okay? Second round could be, if we get past the first round, could be either Allendale or Calhoun. Third round could be either Allendale, Calhoun, depending. We haven't seen some of these other teams. Could be some of those, but the way it looks and the way it's shaping up, that is the projection right now. by our sports information guy, and that is Mr. Derek Jeffcoat. Does a great job keeping us abreast and keeping us informed of what, could be possibly playing out with his points and all. Very dedicated, and he does a great job. We want to thank him. All right, there's the kickoff. Called about the 25-yard line. 30, 35, still on his feet. Across the 35, still jumping around and hopping and skipping. And still never brought him down, finally do.
Making the tackle for the Red Raiders, number 22.
That poor fella right there, number 4 for Denmark.
And a host of Raiders.
Malik Robinson, he got lit up, and he got up and got back down, poor fella. Let's make sure he's all right. Don't want to see anybody get hurt this late in the contest, Anthony.
No.
All jokes and fun aside, they're still young men. We love them. We like to pick between adults. But when it comes to these kids, it's not funny.
No,
we
right.
love them. We don't want to see nobody be injured. And Coach Crosby, A1 number class right there.
That's right.
Walking out to make sure the young man is okay. And I'm telling you, I was very impressed with Paris Mason, the head coach of the Denmark Olar Vikings. He has brought respect back to the team, if you will, because Coach Crosby, believe it or not, folks, he was worried about this game. He said they could come out. They got enough talent to be dangerous. And we saw that tonight, Anthony. You saw spurts of it. You saw big runs by the quarterback. You saw big runs by the running back. You saw big completions by the quarterback with that number 5. So, they could be a dangerous team. Young man's still down, hoping he's all right, and we'll find out in just a moment, Anthony.
Go
ahead.
Trent, will Denmark make the playoff?
Yeah, probably. They'll be the 3rd team out in the region. They should. Okay. Derek Jeffcoat can text me on that. If you're still listening, Derek, let us know. Give me a text up there, buddy. All right, young man's getting up now, trying to. And he's all right, I think, Anthony. I think got the air knocked out of him. Looked at it. All right, talking to Hunter.
Silver Bluff, 44.
So,
44-31.
All right, so Silver Bluff beating Barnwell 44-31, and we can talk about Hunter Ehrhardt right now. He is fine, folks. He left the stadium, they said, but he is all right, and he's going to be fine tonight. So we're glad of that. He'll be back. Got 2 weeks to rest, so rest, young man, and be ready to go because we missed you. A big win tonight, and glad that you're okay. 40-6, 3:35 here in the 4th quarter, and we want to get the big W on, Anthony. Get this 10-0 season and be happy.
We got about 3 minutes left.
Yep. Anthony, after the ball game tonight, it's going to be exciting. We get to see the band. They're going to do a live performance after the game, so that's going to be fun. Handoff over the right side. Running back still on his feet. He's going to get up to around the 40.
Making the tackle for the Red Raiders, number 22.
All right, 2nd and 7, 3:09 left here in the 4th.
Devon Pope.
See if we can get an Andrew Jackson score again. Text that guy back and ask him, man. See what we got going on. All right, Denmark taking the time, Bamberg taking the time, clock's taking its time, and we're waiting to get on out of here, but it looks like we're going to have a Bamberg victory in a 10-0 season, and that's just what we needed. First 10-0 season in a while, Anthony. I tried to look back today, unable to find it. If Derek Jeffcoat's still listening, he knows. Let us know. There's a heave by the Denmark throws. Got a flag, and that's going to be offensive pass interference. Should be. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be, but it should be against the big receiver, number 5 from Denmark Ola.
Fields.
Yep, or Onstay Fields. But he was pushing on Keyshawn Orr from the Red Raiders, put his hand on him, pushed him back and everything else. So I think that ball's coming back. We'll find out here in just a moment. Tell me if you see the symbol there. Pass interference against the Vikings. So, yep, you are correct. That ball is coming back, Anthony. All right, here we go. Our sports information fellow, Denmark Ola should be in the Class A Upper State D2 brackets, released November the 7th. So they're going to be in the upstate. They should be in them, so we'll find out. But again, all the brackets will be released according to Mr. Derek Jeffcoat on November the 7th. We'll find out where your Red Raiders reside in the playoffs. Pretty sure right now with the point system, we think that we're going to be home throughout the playoffs. We should get that number 1 seed. So if you're at home, cross your fingers, cross your toes, and let's go. We need that number 1 seed to stay right here in between the hedges at Leon Maxwell Stadium. Another flag, Anthony. I'll tell you what, man, let this thing go, guys. Come on.
A legal procedure.
Yeah, false start there by the Vikings.
We got an update on the Silver Bluff Barnwell score. It's 52-31, Silver Bluff.
Ooh, they've turned on the Jets, haven't they?
That's right.
They've turned them on. Barnwell, a team in the making and the upswing. I can promise you that. under the guidance of my mind's went. Head coach at Barnwell. Dwayne Garrett. Thank you, back there in the back. Dwayne Garrett. Woo! It's been a long week, folks.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Yeah, that's Ronnie Smith. He's back here standing behind us. There's the give over the left side. DeMarcoli still on his feet. Gets up past the 25 to about the 27-yard line. 38 seconds remaining, fourth quarter. So the Red Raiders will go undefeated in the regular season at 10-0. With a win tonight over the Olar Vikings. Looks like the final score, unless something crazy happens, going to be 40-6. Denmark's going to try to get one more off. Denmark takes a snap. Looks to throw. Pressure's brought. He rolls to his right. He's going to stay on his feet. He's at the 30, 35. Oh, that's a fail. That's going to be, that's 15 against the Red Raiders there. He tried to tackle and grab the face mask and jerked his head around. Stay calm, guys. Get off that sideline. Stay calm. Don't think he meant to do it. Stay calm.
No,
Come
I don't believe he meant it.
No, he was reaching for anything, and he grabbed his head and jerked it around. Stay calm. 8.6 seconds remaining. Get one more playoff, will the Vikings. They're going to mark that 15. That's at the 40, 45, 50, 45, and that's where it'll be, 45-yard line. Don't forget, after tonight's game, I think the band is going to do a special, hold on a second, final. Andrew Jackson has come back and defeated Richard Wynn 22-21. So we got two undefeated teams here in Bamberg County as Bamberg comes back 22-21. How about that, folks? Woo! Andrew Jackson 11-0. Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders 10-0, regular season champions, both of them in the region. That's pretty exciting. Bamberg up 40-6, 8.6 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. I bet you that's the first time that's happened in a while, Anthony, having two undefeateds. Oh, man, come on, Red Raiders. He was trying to take a knee. They didn't know it. And that'll do it. There we go, final whistle, final buzzer. Your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders win, Anthony, 40-6 here. What a job, Anthony. 10 games and 10 wins. How you feel about it?
Feel good.
What we got going on there? Okay, I see old Hunter down there. Hunter's back out here tonight and ready to go, so I'm glad of that. He's fine. Back to the stadium. Proud of him. Looks like the Red Raiders. Trying to hear what he's saying. Oh, the Red Raider Regiment is going to do a performance clear the field is what he's saying. Okay, that's what he's doing. So he's telling everybody not to get back down there yet. We usually do it, what do you call it, Anthony, the alma mater and all, but not tonight. All right. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors one more time. USC, Salkehatchie, and Allendale and Waterboro. Major Graphics, LLC. South State Bank. Sweet. Discount Tires and Auto Repair. Southern Carolina Alliance. Nancy Foster at Foster & Company. Bo Griffin, Home Federal Savings and Loan. Ness & Jet LLC. Eddie Sanders at Hires Drugs. Wilson & Luganbill Law Firm. Tagadoo's Unique Gifts. Keep Bamberg County Beautiful. Richard Kemp at Farm Bureau. The Bamberg Board of Public Works. Dr. McElhaney at the Bamberg Family Practice. Rick Pinson at Pinson Insurance Agency. Tony Bledsoe at Fry's Drive-In Restaurant. The Advertiser Herald newspaper. Chris Jennings at Little Howie's Big Chick. Steve Chandler at Chandler Law Firm. And Vaughn Electronics. Again, the Red Raiders have gotten another victory, Anthony, 40-6 over in-county rivalry, Denmark-Olar Vikings. That train is going to have to take the slow ride back to Denmark.
That's right.
What do you think about tonight's game, Ant?
It was a good game.
Si?
Good game for the Red Raiders.
Good game for your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders. Again, 10-0. Can't say it enough. As proud as I've been in a long time as a Red Raider, Anthony, I tell you, these kids have fought hard all year long. They have prevailed. They have became a unit. I mean, we saw it each and every week. They became more gelled, no infighting whatsoever. You talk to anybody, that team right there loves each other like a band of brothers, like a group of kids that, grew up together all their life. And that's the great thing about the city of Bamberg, as we're doing the alma mater now. The city of Bamberg, the county of Bamberg, these young men love each other, and we are super duper proud of them. I tell you, Anthony, any final words tonight?
No, I'm good.
All right, 10-0. Next week, don't forget, we'll have the Coaches Show with Coach Butch Crosby. Also, special guest next week, we'll have Corey Crosby from the defensive coordinator. We'll have the offensive coordinator, Mr. Robert Williams. You are correct, Robert Williams. So we'll have both of those with us next week. There'll be no game next Friday. According to Mr. Derek Jeffcoat, November the 7th, they'll give us our seeding. Hopefully we'll be a number 1 seed, get a bye, and move forward in the playoffs. 3 games and then the ship up in Columbia. Don't care who we play, we just got to get back there, guys, and I'm super duper proud of you Red Raiders out there celebrating. You'll see it on film. Go to www.youtube.com, type in WBSC Radio. Super proud of these young men. And Mr. Bob, we're going to send it back to you. This time we're sending it back to you as region champions. You're right, 10-0, your Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raiders.
You have been listening to Bamberg Ehrhardt Red Raider football with Trent Kynett and Anthony Harley. Join WBSC Radio every Friday night at 102.3 FM or at WBSCRadio.org for the football game of the week.